See, JB stirs the pot
What's up,
with this
Holly
Roger
Dolly?
Mayhem doxing video that he
No,
supposedly wants
nothing. Just got the
because
kids
he
to
knows
bed.
that in the video
Sure.
Pepe doesn't do what
Yo,
he
Holly
claims
Dolly,
he
let
says
me
he
tell you
does.
something.
So he
Integrity
just
to
keeps
me is
stirring
doing
the
the right
pot
thing
with
when
it,
nobody's
and
looking,
it's
right?
basically a false
You were on that
accusation.
stage and they start talking shit. You were like, and I heard you say it. I'm not having any part of this.
But see,
and I'm
then
leaving.
Pepe
And
will
you
create a
left.
room
Good for you,
defending
Holly.
himself, and then he'll dox
Thank
JB, and
you.
the whole thing
Thank
just
you.
starts over again. It's cyclical.
It's like, I mean, the topic looked interesting, and I wanted to talk about the topic. And
Bima, you should help me with my campaign
but-
because, like, we're actually moving
Yeah.
forward and we're getting closer, and we've got like 45 more
You know
days to
how
do
like
this.
the
But you
topic
could
will
help
always
me
be me
fundraise.
or
You could help
Roger.
me onboard people
Always.
because
And
I have
like
to
I said
onboard
before,
petition
and no
circulators,
smoke with
signers.
anybody in the gay community. I find that Pepe's probably like a 5'6", no taller than that, I promise you. Closeted, angry gay man that doesn't like heterosexual men that are strong and lead conversations the way they should be led. But that's just my opinion.
Don't
the
upset
Great Nicholas, how you doing?
Slippers!
Hey, talking about homosexuals, here I am. Hi, everyone. I'm just listening for now. I'm drinking my tea. You know, I went to church today. I'm having a good...
We love you, Nicholas. We love you.
Like,
We love you, Nicholas.
I found this really... JB, I know
You hear that?
But I found this really good
He
new
loves
church,
you.
and I
He
actually
loves
really
you.
enjoyed the service today, and I'm just in a good vibe. So,
Was it singing?
Is it Boston or is it Catholic?
No, it's just open. It's just a Christian church. They don't have a specific...
So non-denominational?
Yeah.
Wait,
What was the sermon about?
Was it singing?
Yeah, there was some singing, but the message of the... So it was a pastor's wife who was up there speaking today, and her message was just about, like, faith and, you know, putting your life in the hands of God and just, like, not trying to control life and every aspect of life. And I just found it to be very impactful and powerful. But I know this is not a religious room.
I'm calling bullshit. You don't let your life go away. Don't put it in the hands of nobody. You better take control of it.
But God has a plan for you, Akima. You just gotta trust His
No. I believe in God, but He don't have a plan.
Hey,
Sorry,
guys.
service.
Hold on.
I sent you a message. Was it when you was talking about YouTube?
Party by making another
Probably.
Pepe movie.
Okay, I sent you a video to
Hundreds of
I'm
Pepe
gonna
movies.
listen to the rest. I'll be back.
The Pepe comedy show, I like to call it. It's pretty controversial, but it's somewhat entertaining and comical. We'll see how.
Pepe's gone. This is hilarious.
Ryan, let me listen to this clip. Can you run it for a few minutes?
I will try. I'm at the grocery
See how,
store, but yeah, I'm here.
See how
Hopefully
it
y'all can
goes.
hear.
Wait, are you
I
buying
can hear
dates?
No, I'm buying some Jameson and some fruit.
Sounds like a good Sunday night in your house.
Damn, I wish I had some Jameson right now. I have no booze. I'm like down to one last sip of some nasty drink I made that was the last of this. What do you make martinis out of?
Vodka or gin?
Yeah, but what do you mix with the vodka?
Vermouth?
Yeah, I had a little left. I like poured it in and I mixed it with
Hey, Holly, I'm gonna go listen to this clip, but I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you tried Jameson Orange yet?
No.
Yeah, I think it just came out. Supposedly it's really good. I don't drink, but I heard it's pretty good.
Huh. I bet I'd like it.
No, I can't bring Kitover up. If you want to be my guest, I want to go listen to this clip.
Let's have...
I'll be honest, it's weird to be on Clubhouse and I'm always sipping on something when I'm here. Like to me it's like it just goes well together. I don't drink heavily, but like I'm a sipper. You know, like I could sip on one drink for many hours, you know. But now that it's coming to the end of this drink, I'm kind of like,
Oh, I'm a drinker. You stick a drink in front of me, I can drink that thing in about 30 seconds, no matter what the drink is.
Are you an alcoholic, Marshall?
Am I an alcoholic? No. Am I drink that quickly? Yes.
I feel like most guys okay.
I don't know if that's healthy. Like, alcohol in itself is not healthy, but, like, drinking that alcohol that fast, I don't know if that can't be.
That's why I don't do it very much, Nick.
Oh, okay, that's good.
A lot of
I have a driver's license with a black eye because I fucking on a at a Young Republican thing, fell off the scooter, got a black eye, lost my wallet, it was a whole bunch of shit. And so I decided I wasn't going to drink that much anymore. And so I haven't since. But
Yeah, Sarah told us all about that. How embarrassing. God, that must have been embarrassing. Isn't that embarrassing? A young Republican crashing, being intoxicated?
Wait. You think it's embarrassing for young Republicans to drink? You have not been paying any attention to the young Republicans in your state.
Yeah, that was a weird It's like, we know how to party.
In your state are a fucking drinking club. And they've been a drinking club for 50 years. They get people involved and that pass them off to campaigns. But, like, the whole thing is being in a fucking drinking club. That's what it is.
Hey, just look at Matt Gaetz.
Hell yeah.
Matt Gaetz.
We know how to party over here. But no, Marshall, I mean, a lot of guys are binge drinkers. They drink so fast. I noticed that.
Marshall left. I think he went to go grab a drink.
What the fuck?
I'm still speaking.
Like,
Do not interrupt me.
Like a Coke, like I can't hardly finish it. I just drink so slow. So.
What's your favorite cocktail, Holly?
Hey, Holly, you just sounded like me when people talk over you. Say, what the fuck?
I actually appreciated it, Holly.
What's your favorite cocktail, Holly?
What I also was gonna say real quick. Oh, go ahead, Holly. Go ahead.
I don't know. My favorite cocktail. I do like a dirty martini with blue cheese stuffed olives, I guess. But,
Ooh,
yeah,
that's the best choice, I think.
So there is science to validate what you're like eating slowly. So apparently it takes a little bit for your gut to tell your brain that it's full. So eating slower actually gives the body more time to process the food, and therefore you can feel full with less food, and you don't overeat as much. So there is actually, like, eating and drinking a lot slower is actually good for you.
I'd like to talk about the title of the room.
John, let me ask you a question, John. Do you have a room going right now called In the Muff?
Yeah, I've got a room called Chillism Brain Rot Clowns, because I was making fun of the Chillism 4.0 people.
No, do you have a room called In the Muff?
I have a house called In the Muff. I don't have a room called In the Muff.
But you're running that room right now, I'm asking.
Yeah, the name of the room is Chillism Brain Rot Clowns.
I actually
And
like Chillism.
Bima, because Bima's in there. I see what you're saying. Okay.
I threw her out of here. She's not welcome in my space. She's a lunatic.
She's got to go to the subspecies space where I record, cretins on this app. But I want to talk about the room title, Your Ship is Sinking.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Well, it's like Jonas and the whale. The whole thing is go within. And that's the problem with a lot of people on Clownhouse. They're not doing any meditation or inner work. They're just stirring the pot, basically bringing problems instead of peace. But I would just ask the moderators for 60 seconds of your time to read a poem, and I can bring the peace.
I moved him.
He kicked me, Bima. He kicked me.
I moved him.
Oh, okay.
They can't take somebody reading poetry. Meanwhile, they want to waste all their time.
He said poem. Goodbye.
You know what happens with him? Sometimes I can tolerate his poems when they are actually 60 seconds, but then he'll go on one of these poem tirades that'll be like 6 minutes long, and yeah, I haven't eaten, I'm hangry, so John, respectfully, no poems tonight. Go to Pepe's room, he needs a poem, he needs some meditation.
Alright, well, let's see what Pepe's doing. Does Pepe have a room open?
Alright, I think this room has run its course for tonight.
It's over.
Open, I can Mata Kima, Holly, Dawn, and you guys can have it to yourselves. Anybody?
See, JV doesn't get the satisfaction that he wants. He wants to. This is like King of the Castle or King of Clownhouse. It's like, if you can bring receipts, maybe you have something extra. But it's all just ephemeral and disappears room to room to room. It's pathetic.
Hour, 15 minutes. I challenged Pepe to a debate. He wants to have rules like this is the Republican convention and the Democratic convention and we need moderators. How about just you and me, Pepe? You fucking vagina. Bring it. Let's go. But you won't.
JB can't get the satisfaction he's looking for. And
about
Pepe, but Pepe is gone. Like in the white America house that he has.
Hi, guys. I just stumbled. I just logged on to Clubhouse. Been watching the football game, and the title of the room got my attention. And
Jane wants to say something. Hello, Jane.
Headline article about the.
Are you enjoying the drama, Jane?
Is that an answer?
Yeah. Oh, they boomed the room. JB, Jay Bresco boomed the room. Jay Bresco boomed the room. Holy shit. He didn't want to listen to fucking Hansen talk about the fucking North Korean Special Forces incursion.
He retired in the 80s.
Holy shit, that's hilarious.
He's going around, John, saying how many people. I'm one of them. You owe me an apology. And I'm like, well, I do not, sir.
Wait, he said that to you?
You said it to many people.
Oh.
He goes around attempting to extract justice apologies, I guess.
That's funny. Bima, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. You know what's fascinating to me? So, the whole JB Bima situation just evolved out of that one day that we were on stage. El Normo comes into the room, says that there's sex trafficking conversations going on in Amir's room, and then JB came onto the stage and you had made the comment, you said, speaking of sex trafficking, and then I, after you say that, I'm just like, because JB started to like freak out, I hope you have this room recorded. And then I had said, because he was getting French, he was going after you, he was saying blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, hold on. Don't just go, don't think that it's only Kitover. This has been circulating for a while now. I got your article, like everybody, a lot of people got. After that day, he has gone on just like this crazy, like, I don't know, he just... You hear him, I'm crazy, I'm a lunatic, I'm the top 10 pieces of shit, right? Mind you, I've never said anything insulting to him directly. I've never said anything bad about him to his face, ever. Everything that gets back to him is word of mouth, right? And now it gets even crazier. You know Rich?
Yeah.
So, him and Jacobus, there was this whole thing with Pepe, Roger, and JB. Rich was at the center of it, and he orchestrated the whole thing. He admitted it. And you have him on recording saying this.
I know, but that's just Rich in his little brain, unless he's telling you what he did. What did he do?
No, he did. He sent, he is the one who doxed JB. He's the one who doxed Roger. Did you know that?
That makes sense. Yeah, I believe that. But how did he do it? What did he say? What room was it? Was it with Pepe?
No, it was not with Pepe. What he did was he sends the information he DMs people, specific people that he knows are loudmouths, and he gives them the information and lets them do the chaos work. That's what he admitted. We have him recorded saying this.
Yeah, I know. I heard him say that the other day.
He's taken multiple opportunities to take his crown to say, I've orchestrated all of this. I'm so proud. I got Pepe. He gets kicked off. He keeps getting clipped 100 times. I got Roger kicked off the app. I got JB kicked, and he's like, this is what I do. I'm a chaos creator. And then how I got pulled into the center of it, I went to Chillism one day, and Jacobus and Rich are in there, and a couple other people, and they were like, oh, Bima's going to be mad at you, Jacobus. And I'm just like, what did you do? And he said that, so he was in the room with JB and Adams, and apparently some screenshot of Adams, some secret thing got out, which Rich was the one who had it, and he's the one who sent it to Pepe, and Pepe's the one who sent it to Jacobus. and Jacobus put it as his PTR. But it got out that I did it because Jacobus blamed it on me, just randomly. And so then I said, just like completely, like just, I have nothing to do with it. I got blamed for it before I even knew what it was. And I asked him, I said, why did you do that? Like, why would you put it on me? And he's like, there had to be a sacrificial lamb to save Chillism, so why not you? He's like, you're forgiving, you'll get over it, no problem. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. So I've got thrown into this, and I got accused of doing all of this. I mean, I've never doxed anybody. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And the way that, I mean, JB, I don't even know if he knows why he hates me so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, you know, it is what it is. I don't think anybody's suffered any repercussions from any of this. It's all just pot stirring, and people are having fun creating the dopamine. I hope people think that this is a game and not literal, because this isn't the real world. You're not shaking palms and, you know, meeting people. Howard, welcome to Chillism Brain Rot Clowns. How are you, Howard?
Doing good, John. Yourself?
I'm doing good. We just came back from a mission on the campaign where we generated a lot of signatures, and we were on NPR, and it comes out Monday.
Good job. And I heard you were down in Bloomington. Way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to joke about that. I didn't hear that.
No. So, John, Scott Jones called me a jerk about 4 weeks ago. Can you pull that tape on it, please? And just cease.
You want to talk about a snake? He's a real snake. He's that slippery little, you know, individual who loves to play both sides of the fences, but he's only on one side. That's the kind of guy he is. But I can't pull that for you, obviously. I mean, it would be impossible for me to find where that is exactly. That's the thing is, people want to use their memories on this app all the time and run their memory as opposed to being in the now. The greatest thing about recording Clubhouse is you can just let it go. Just let it appear, drift away, and then the next day it appears again and just drifts away. But, you know, that's the thing is people call me crazy for recording all of this. It's like, why are people coming here and talking all the time but not creating a product? I went to a farmer's market and I see how hard people work to create all these products, you know, they sell at the farmer's market. I'm creating product for the global digital community, you know, of consumers. There's no inventory. It's just gigabyte transfers. So it's like, I think what I'm doing is pretty smart compared to a lot of people who come here and just get angry all the time, road rage, and project on me everything, you know, that they wish they were doing with their life onto me.
It's a good point, John, and you very much, you know, and not that I totally agree with everything you're doing, but you definitely have a mind of an entrepreneur, and a lot of times entrepreneurs are like the least popular, and everyone's around you telling you that there's no way you're going to succeed, but you've got to have the inner belief and that vision, and no one can take away your vision, that's for sure.
Well, see, it is a vision in a way, but at the same time, I mean, I'm just mirroring, you know, what other people are doing. And I don't know, to me, it's fun. I feel like this is the next level game theory in communication, relationships, maybe compression or consolidation. So, but see, I want to read all the time. That's what I would prefer we were all doing, that we were actually educating each other as opposed to screaming at each other. So that's, you know, really my bait and switch for everybody is hey, can I read a poem to you? Can I read a page from a book? Because I am trying to help people and help myself in the process. But, you know, recording the drama is a little bit like television because, you know, you spent a lot of time watching television and movies over the years. And I see that this experience in a way is kind of like the same thing because if you never met anybody from this app or had any interaction with them or any kind of process or business or anything, it's a little bit like just listening to an audiobook. And it's the dumbest audiobook you could have ever chosen in the audiobook store. So the you know, the joke's on you. But see, I'm recording it all, and in a way I'm creating like a parallel society to the app itself on YouTube and creating a very lazy man's network of individuals that I'm connected to because they know that they're in my recordings. And if they come on this app, there's a very high probability that they're going to be on YouTube. And I think a lot of people like that. Some people hate it, but some people like the fact that I'm publishing their show. And Pepe is probably one of them because being a pathetic loser, and having somebody record everything you do and say is probably pretty entertaining to that individual. But I would just submit that he is a racist, bigoted, low IQ schmuck who loves to hear his own voice, and that's not projection. I think I'm accurately describing Pepe without projecting myself. So now that we've gotten through all of that, does anybody want to hear a 60-second poem?
Go for it.
Okay, this is called There's Nothing Ahead by Rumi. Lovers think they're looking for each other, but there's only one search. Wandering. This world is wandering that, both inside one transparent sky. In here there is no dogma and no heresy. The miracle of Jesus is himself, not what he said or did about the future. Forget the future. I'd worship someone who could do that. On the way you may want to look back, or not, but if you can say there's nothing ahead, there will be nothing there. Stretch your arms, take hold of the cloth of your clothes with both hands. The cure for pain is in the pain. Good and bad are mixed. If you don't have both, you don't belong with us. When one of us gets lost, is not here, he must be inside us. There's no place like that anywhere in the world. Okay, this one's called Walking Out of the Treasury Building. Lord, the air smells good today, straight from the mysteries within the inner courts of God. A grace like new clothes thrown across the garden. Free medicine for everybody. The trees in their prayer, the birds in praise, the first blue violets kneeling. Whatever came from being is caught up in being, drunkenly forgetting the way back. One man turns and sees his birth, pulling separate from the others. He fills with light, and colors change here. He drinks it in, and everyone is wonderfully drunk, shining with his beauty. I can't really say that I feel the pain of others, when the whole world seems so sweet. Face to face with a lion, I grow leonine. Walking out of the Treasury building, I feel generous. Anyone still sober in this weather must be afraid of people, afraid what they'll say. Enough talking! If we eat too much greenery, we're going to smell like vegetables. So what'd you think about those poems? Mysterious? Mystical? Illuminating?
What did you take from them? Either of them. Start with the first one.
Rumi mostly deals with the self, and they're fun. I mean, I'd have to go through them again to like point out some, observations, but Those are kind of just like fun little poems, I would say, in a way. They're mystical, and they're supposed to be illuminating. That's why I said that. But I could also read you some Bible flashcards. You know, you get criticized on this app for everything you say, everything you do. And that's a Zen saying is, you know, it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. That's life. You're damned if you're silent. You're damned if you speak. So that's the way things go. But the greatest thing about recording myself is any accusations that people make against me, even though they may make me angry at times, it's all on live stream. So it's like I don't have to worry about it because I'm so transparent that nothing sticks to me, because all I have to do is say, hey, go to my YouTube. Everything I hear, everything I say on here, I live stream it face to face. So it clears up a lot of drama for me that essentially I can laugh at everybody because I don't have to worry about, you know, their accusations or their slanders, their libels, their defamations. It's a quick, easy way to use the app. And I'd say most people should do that in life. The thing about social media is most people are so concerned about their employer and having any personality on the internet and saying anything which is controversial, amateurish, or childish, that no one wants to risk their credibility or their professionalism by being a dissenter, a complainer, or a criticizer on the internet, because it's too detrimental to one's standing. Because if you get Googled and somebody attaches you to your employer, you're fucked. So we have a surveillance society embedded within the social media industrial complex, which really is probably preventing a lot of social change. And X is that good example where that's the only platform that has opened up where you can criticize the government but also do it anonymously. So it's not just the government, it's everything. But anyways, Bima, any other questions, thoughts, ideas, or opinions in chillism, brain rot clowns?
No, I don't think so.
I think we ran the full circle here. We did it again, ladies and gentlemen. So what are you going to do the rest of the night, Bima?
Well, I have a bunch of begonias that I need to water, and I'm doing some organizing of a particular begonia branch where I'm from. So I'm working on that, trying to get the begonias out there, I want to make begonias like a household name. I want people to have, begonia rexes and maculatas, and I want people to be able to understand, to know and identify these beautiful plants. They're so gorgeous, and they're so fun. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do a little bit of reading. I have a couple things that I'm reading. I created on ChatGPT, which is a wonderful tool, a 12-month reading schedule for myself, all focused on rationality and reason. And I gotta be honest, a lot of that is heavy reading, so sometimes I have to reread, and then reread, and then reread it. And then what else? Oh, and then my last thing that I'll do is I am sewing my 4x4 inch square today. Every day I do a diary. I do a slow stitch. So I take just a piece of fabric, I cut 4x4, 4x4 inches, so it's like a square, and I decorate it. I'll just embroider it with a particular leaf or flowers or herb, something that I found today.
Yeah, there's...
Wait, hold on. Pepe's got a new room going, Pepe. Be
The ass kissing part doesn't make sense because Adams and I were never, enemies.
Damn, there are so many Anons in this room right now. It's
That,
hilarious.
we were all friends with him, so
Bima, go in there and tell them what you just told me. It'll help clear this up for them.
What's going on, dude?
Wonderful idea.
It's in White America, the house, and the name of the room is There Is No Clip.
I don't know, but it is silly, very silly. But what's really funny is that.
What do you want, Jarl? I heard you say you're a communist socialist today. How pathetic.
In the neck.
When did your
in,
dick shrivel up and fall off,
Charlotte.
and you
what
grew a
it
pussy,
ended up
Jarl? When
turning
did your
into
pussy
was,
grow
well,
in?
once he ended up whoever came into this room, it's kind of like, and then we're talking through.
Oh, you
he's
got a brain.
Messaging
You
in
think.
the chat. I'm talking from on the stage, and then he comes on stage and we start talking. And then it's kind of like we.
Yeah.
All of this
And we're running for Congress, and we raised $600. What's up, Bima?
The drama between JB and myself
but you've
and
been doing
others
this for like
started.
thousands of hours, and you've
We
only raised
naturally delved
$600.
into that.
Go ahead, Bima. We don't need Jarl's negativity here. Go ahead, Bima.
Where's the room?
It's in the house White America, unless you're blocked from it, or somebody's got you
What's your
blocked.
YouTube channel that you're reposting all this onto?
Just click my profile, Jarl. You know how the internet works? I don't have time to explain to you how to do things, dude.
So I thought it was funny because we were talking about that girl that got stabbed in Charlotte, and then when he came in the room, like naturally the conversation started between us.
You want to do a fundraiser for me, Jarl, or you just want to sit here and Q&A me and roast me?
That was not why we opened up
I'm just
a
trying
room
to
earlier.
understand the weird,
I've thought this content has been kind of boring.
Weird!
JB, however.
I'm just trying to understand.
Weird!
Very stubborn.
I love it when people use the word weird. That's like the lowest form of evidence I've ever heard. Weird! You know what, Jarl? You might be weird, Jarl.
Yeah, I am weird. Everyone on this app is a little bit weird.
They will continue
Or
to
odd
do
or
this
strange.
because
Choose your word. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, how?
They said that?
I'm looking at your website. I don't see a link to your YouTube channel. Like,
But
what's
I
the
also
point
thought
of
they
all
said that they weren't going to
like recording rooms?
talk about me.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my life, Jarl. It wasn't exactly how I planned everything.
You think I'm like insulting you? I'm just trying to understand. Like, what are you doing? What is the point of all this?
You just have to look at my YouTube to figure
I've
it
been saying
out.
this from the get-go.
Okay.
And I've said it in my rooms that I would make.
It's in my profile.
Show the fucking
There's a link to my
Play the fucking
YouTube
clips.
in my profile.
If I'm lying, you guys said you had the clips. Then sometimes, I'd hear one of them, like, kind of say,
I don't know how it works, but I always see a link to your website.
And it's just, I thought you guys had.
Oh, there's a second
Play the
link.
fucking
You gotta
clips.
click to
Now
download
tonight,
it.
they admit that they do not have clips. Nye, she said, we just need to find the smoking gun, the clips. Yes, that's exactly what you need to
I
do.
can't get in the room. They got me blocked.
John Kitover,
can you do us a favor and please not make this all
hold on. Rich, don't interrupt me like that.
She's gonna do it.
It doesn't matter. Just let me run the show.
Let me run the show. See?
Dude, stop. Now, when it comes to, because I lose my train of thought. That's why I get really pissed off when people do that.
It's so stupid.
God damn, what was I saying? Dude,
You can't even maintain a fucking coherent thought.
No, I said find the smoking gun.
So Pumpkin is a new profile for Rich.
And so I ended up, so basically they said that, they either say they had them or, it was recorded. We just need to find it with John Kitover. John Kitover goes on stage and he says, yeah, dude, it wasn't recorded. I don't have a clip of it. Amazing. So the clip doesn't exist. Now, mind you, I know the clip doesn't exist because I never said any of that shit. Never said it. So if I know that I never said a name of an employer, never said a name of a family member, if I never said your address.
So Bima is about to drop the bomb that it was Rich, and Rich is going to take claim for doxing all these people and giving their information to chaos agents here in the app.
Somebody off the app had had access to their LinkedIn or something like that. I said, his job history doesn't sound like he makes a lot of money.
Trying to look cool or anything.
No, there's people watching the YouTube live.
I said, he sounds like he's full of shit.
You have no views on any of your videos, dude. There's literally nobody watching anything you post ever. Actually,
Jarl, when did your penis fall off of your? When did your penis fall off, Jarl? When did your pussy grow in? I just want to know.
Like, if somebody was to say,
so I can hear you on your YouTube
if I was to say,
channel,
let's just say somebody.
Okay, then it's you, Jarl.
About somebody.
That's okay. I'm just here to record the drama.
This happened to me on
I got
X,
2 people
where
watching me
people
on
will let
YouTube
me know
right
on the
now.
back end, like, dude, I know that person's family. Like, this person has a lot of mental issues. Yada yada yada. That's not doxing. No, you could say that's revealing information that people don't, she wouldn't want to hear. But you're
Joe,
not
is there anything else you want to know about how I'm using my cell phones?
So,
Anything else I can help
I
clear
don't
up
know.
for you
I
on
think
how to
it's
use
silly.
the internet, Jarl?
But of course, I never did anything like that. But we find
You good,
out
Jarl?
tonight, the
You
clips
good?
never
And
existed.
nothing else? You
They
good?
just never existed.
Yeah, I'm just so
And,
interested. You're like a really
I'll play some of the clips from the other room. I thought it was funny.
Well, I'm running for Congress. You would hope your
So now that the clips
local
don't
congressman
exist,
is an
what do you
interesting
guys say?
person coming up with
What do you
innovative
guys say?
solutions.
Weeks of accusing me of being a doxer when I did not dox. And then today, you reveal you have no receipts. How does it feel? There's no clips. Okay.
So, Bima and Pumpkin are
I
about to
did
drop.
not, Adams, and you would have
to
to
drop
once
the
again
truth.
drop.
See, Dr. Adams?
the
Dr.
receipts.
Adams is in the
Show
chat.
the
This is
recording.
awesome.
You're recording and me doxing.
Look at this. This was so. Why are you so depressed? Because again, you know that you got caught.
No, well, I mean,
You
he
did
said I did
dox.
so,
Alan,
I
I'm
mean,
literally
I'm just
dating a
asking for recording.
celebrity.
That's all I'm doing.
Slippers is dating a celebrity?
But,
None of
I'll
anyone's
just play some of
business,
the
but I
clips
definitely got
from,
invited to the Emmys this year. You still complaining about this
from the
shit?
space. Especially when I first came in.
streamed for 1 hour and 40 minutes, and you got 2
Let's
views.
see.
Isn't that interesting, Jarl?
I don't know. It is.
Why would I do all of this for no
Here's some of the
views?
stuff they had to say in that
I
room.
feel like. I feel like you genuine. I don't know.
Maybe I'm an artist, Jarl.
Projects, but
Maybe I'm a great artist who's been yet to be discovered by big critics, so I can get paid for doing what I'm doing and have a huge catalog with 25,000 videos on YouTube, 25,000 videos on Instagram, all over X, all over Clownhouse, Jarl. We're everywhere.
All right. Good luck with the.
Thanks, Jarl. Take care and have a good life. Bye, Jarl.
Never have their receipts. That's the entire modus operandi of the left. They accuse, they accuse, they accuse. And then when they're actually pinned down to it, they can't produce anything. And when you produce the receipts, they outright lie.
This is very funny. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed Chills and Brain Rot. I'm going to start a new room, Ben. Or I'm going to try to go with this one, Ben.
Similar thing where we call out bullshit when we see it. And we both have gotten heat. Okay, for what we've said about certain statements, whatever, and you know, today was another day like that with me, but that's besides the point. The point is, it can be upsetting, but the fact is, that's the way it usually works, and no one is surprised that they don't have the receipts, because that's how they operate.
Yeah, I thought it was bullshit. I'm trying to sync my fucking iCloud bullshit so I can play it on my computer. It'll take a minute. But I got some of the recordings. I tried to talk with Comedy Gold, and so yeah.
You're a fucking vagina. I know you're like 5'5", 5'6".
Motherfucker, I'm 5'11". Okay, like an average height person. I'd be a little short than average, little shorter than average, maybe in Holland, but it's slightly taller than average in some other countries, like the country you claim to have.
Adams is so funny.
And I do believe, just from looking at your photos, something tells me I'm a few inches taller than you. However, I don't think you really want to talk about sexual. Devious sexual activity, given the charges you've discussed before in the past. I don't have the same problems as you, bro. You said,
Be a man. Come on, stand on your square. Come debate me. Just man on man.
I'm pretty sure you would be the one holding the mod badge the whole time. So let me one up you, pussy. Come on my stage, and I'll give you a mod badge while clearing my stage. Okay, literally. Okay, mano y mano. And I'm guessing because I'm a vagina, because I wasn't gonna fall for your stupid shit. I'm a pussy, or actually, you're a big vagina. If you're gonna accuse me of being a vagina for not going into your room, would be the two of us, and only you had a mod badge. But I'm offering you a pink mod badge. I'm guessing that makes you a even bigger vagina. And also, why you know that KP and SIG wanted us to squash all of the fighting that we were having. They wanted to intervene. They weren't taking sides. And they publicly told you this and myself this. Sig said he would debate, or not debate. He would moderate the two of a sit down between the two of us. He said you flaked out. You bitched out basically. Now, why would you want a moderator? Well, that way you can't bully behind a mod badge. Hello. Going up on your stage where you're the only moderator? Is that smart? No, of course not. You are. We all know that and let me just say this: say that you'll let Sig mod a room where it's just the three of us on stage. You won't do it. The reason why is you're gonna go with narratives. He's fucking with family here. He's fucking with my kids. Okay, I'm gonna ask the same question. Just like how you admitted tonight. There's no clip. You don't have the receipts. I'm gonna say, show me the receipts. Show me where I mentioned a family member's name. Tell me one family member that I named. What did I say about your family?
You never did.
Yes, and so he's going to have to answer those questions. Because when he does his response rooms, he never addresses those questions.
Yeah,
That's because they don't exist. That's never happened.
JB's just trying to stay relevant, dude. That's all he's saying.
Well, I know. He lost the keys to healthy debates, and now he's fuming mad. And he was grifting off of the Jews on this app, and the Jews kind of realized, just like Million Man Marathon, just like all of the other ones, you're just kind of not meh. And you know why you lost your admin privileges from healthy debates? It had a lot more to do with. But you ended up saying you were going to open a room about the quote-unquote Jewish mafia on Clubhouse, but then you bitched out and made a room about a different topic because you got scared. You didn't want that smoke now, did you? Because you knew, and I knew this because I caught wind of it, because I overheard people talking, and I believe that individual showed up in one of your spaces, and you know who I'm talking about. And you know he'll get you clipped faster than a motherfucker. You kind of realize you don't want that smoke. Why didn't you stay in the square? Why didn't you call out the Jewish mafia? The Jewish mafia on the air that got your account clipped. Why didn't you talk about him, Jay? Why didn't you talk about the Jewish mafia?
Because he's a coward.
Yeah, he's a fucking bitch. Yeah, the Jew, I guess, and with healthy debates, I'm not going to repeat what was told to me. But, you were grifting awfully hard after October 7th, weren't you? You finally found a fucking audience that would listen to you. Then, a couple of them disagree with you and you want to start running your fucking mouth about Jews. Oh, gee, why did they turn in on me? I don't know, was there a fucking weasel? Why else?
Because he crashed out and said you can shove the fucking Jews up your ass.
Apparently he's a Jew. Right. Nobody buys that.
He's German.
Nobody buys that he's a Jew. I guess you can identify as one just like you identified as Italian. You know what's really funny? Is that despite me completely tearing down, he's like, you guys want to look at my ancestry and stuff? Then he deflects to Brad. He says, he has like the most German last name. He's not Irish. Hey, asshole. You have to deflect because you know, and I know, you are not Italian. You're a faker. You're not some fucking swarthy Guinea, okay? That was, one of the cool kids in Brooklyn. You're just not. You weren't one of the cool thugs. You were one that had to resort to, finding really, shitty and just horrible ways to make fucking money. You're not even a gangster. Just like Ori, the guy that was locked up that was, I guess connected with the mafia. I should play that clip. JB, he wasn't a gangster.
You know, he tried coming to my places. I told him, he's not a gangster. He couldn't catch shit. They're standing 5 feet in front of him. And this is like, you know, he's making a play on your name, Ketchikon. You know, he's basically like letting everybody know you're not a gangster, because you're not. You're a fucking bitch, punk.
Man, do you think it's sad that he was molested by the Boogie?
I do go no, stop.
And then
Okay, you're going to the audience. Jesus Christ. First of all, you're autistic spurging. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. But then, like, you have to take it there. Like seriously?
Pepe, I was just wondering, did Rich, are you aware, because I'm just trying to process this, he said that he let everybody know, but are you aware that he admits to orchestrating everything that happened between JB?
He's trolling.
No. He's done it, because he's done it in Chillism, he's done it in multiple rooms, this is what he does. And he admits to, he's admitting to it right now. He's the one who sends the articles around. He's admitted to it very seriously.
Yeah, that happened. So, I can tell you. So, I heard him take claim for that, like in rooms I wasn't in. Now, he was actually DMing me saying, like, dude, have you seen this article about JB? I said, dude, I knew about that years ago. Like, and this was after this last bout between JB and I. No, he did not start it. We know how it started. And it was...
How did it start?
Basically, so you know Roger, right?
Right.
So, a couple of years ago, somebody had, like, I was hearing people kind of, like, talk about Roger, and, like, it references him being fat, and I was like, how do you guys know this? He's like, oh, he used to come on here, his real name and photo. And he's like, yeah, dude, remember that podcast he did with so-and-so? He did a podcast with somebody else on the app. But he did the podcast using his real name, just like how he used to use his real name on the app. And I was like, oh, dude. So there was like a room where he was doing like a fat tax. He's like, a poll, like, should we tax fat people? And I've always thought he was an asshole and a bully, but I ended up basically thinking to myself, like, oh, dude, I've seen a picture of that motherfucker. And so I went onto YouTube. I took a screenshot of the video of his face, and then I went into his room, and then I changed it to my PTR while I was on stage. And he ended up, like, kicking me out of the room, like, a minute later. And then he like eventually left the app that day. And then I was basically, so fast forward the next day.
You didn't get that YouTube link from Rich?
No, I had this YouTube link from years ago.
Okay.
Rich had nothing to do with this. So this, I can tell you who gave it to me, but I'm not going to, because this person's not involved right now.
That's okay, yeah, don't do that.
And so, no, I just had to go back and like my history, and then I could see the video. And so this was a couple years ago. The video is about 3 or 4 years old. And so I ended up taking a screenshot from that.
Pepe, can I ask you a question?
Hold on, let me finish real quick.
Got it.
I'll let you go afterwards. And then I ended up taking a screenshot of it. Now, the next day I wake up and JB has a room about me, and he's saying that, this is where I ended up kind of going sideways with him. So I'm listening on anonymous mode, and I hear him like, this piece of shit, you gotta watch out for him. Now, he said that I had doxed, I had given away families' names, social security numbers, where he worked, and I was saying, interesting. I literally said none of those things. And so I ended up going
Roger or about JB?
Roger.
Okay.
So he was trying to say, like, oh, I'm protecting my friend type of thing, because he's a doxer, and he's saying, like, and, you got to be careful. You might think it's funny to be around somebody like Pepe, but, you just remember, he can always turn on you. And he's saying this stuff. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I go off of anonymous and onto a stage, answer a few questions. Him and asking me questions. I said, nope, I didn't do it. In fact, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, I think, what's his face was in there recording. Maybe you can get a recording of it. I don't know. And then I open a response room. And because, yeah, he's calling me names and accusing me of things I did not do. So I start going off on him because, like, look, you can say what you want about me. I'm somebody who would make, I would say offensive things. I would have, you know, opinions people didn't like. I would talk about very controversial topics. That was my MO. My MO is not making people content, like a lot of the rooms do on this app. But like with him, you know, and it was a back and forth because I ended up kind of like, he fired some shots. I started dropping like heavy artillery and going over like really his behavior and his history, and it's been back and forth ever since. But go ahead, Adams.
Hi, Pepe. Are you calm?
Oh, yeah, I'm cool, dude.
Got it. So what is your issue with me?
I don't have an issue with you. I don't know why you think I have an issue with you.
Got it. So what's your issue with Jay?
JB? Oh, because, like I said, it was, he called me a piece of shit and said I doxed social security numbers, names, where he worked, and that kind of stuff. I believe addresses he named on that too. And he said that I've done it before in that room. And so my problem with JB is that, number one, he told lies about me because I've never done any of those things. And he was also name calling. But obviously the part that pissed me off the most was him saying like I do that to people. And he was telling people to stay clear of me. Yeah, I definitely had an issue with that.
So, I mean, looking at your history with Jay, I mean, haven't you done the things that he said that you have done?
No.
Got it. So you didn't read his criminal record and cast aspersions on his character in misrepresenting his criminal record?
I did not. I read newspaper article. I did say that there's what he was charged with. There's what he was convicted of. His conviction had something to do with prostitution, promoting prostitution.
Pimping grown women.
Amazing. Nobody said they were underage.
Right. So can we? Okay. So we can agree that none of those said victims were underage. We can agree on that, correct?
Yeah. Nobody said that. Yeah.
Okay. So when you have the likes of, you know, the rooftop Korean that comes up in here, KK, okay, and flapping her gums and doing the shit that she does, you don't think that actually gives some sort of esteem into, you know, Jay's claim as far as you guys harassing this man and creating aspersions on his character that are mechanically irresponsible and defamatory? You don't feel like you guys have done that?
To answer the question, especially regarding the quote-unquote rooftop Korean, she did not say his name, but she read a document regarding an actual conviction, not a charge, but a conviction.
Got it. And you understand that she violated California state law when she did that from standing in California soil. You understand that, right?
I am not sure why.
Right. You're not sure. And that's why I took the position that I did, right? Because again, people want to run their mouths and do the things that they do. When it comes to a standpoint of criminality, this is where I stand where I do.
But I'm confused because Ketchikon, which that account is still up, Ketchikon, if I recall correctly, that's how we made an error.
You're talking in circles around a bunch of shit that doesn't matter.
Yes, no, I am. You're not letting me finish. Again, Adams, you're not letting me finish. Because I was quiet while you went. He went by Ketchikon. When I first met him, he was Ketchikon. He was very upfront about how he used to be a quote-unquote con man. He would refer to himself as a former con man. He would say, like, yes, you're going to hear some stuff on this app, yada, yada. He admits it. Now, quite frankly, I don't see how even that would be defaming his character, because he admits he was a former con man. This would happen even before the 2008 or 9 or whatever incident. This kind of still falls in line with him being a former con man. How is that defaming him? He admits he was a former con man. Wouldn't you say something that happened almost 10 years prior to the one that we all know about? It falls in line with him being a former con man?
Hey, Cleto, Matt, Mon, I'd like to say something.
Yeah, I think that you definitely said enough. So, can you look at California Penal Code 653.2?
653.2?
Yeah. Can you actually look that up?
Yeah,
Wait, were you talking to me, Slippers, or were you projecting?
No, I wasn't talking to you. I actually called the governor's office of the state of Illinois and I requested a mental hygiene warrant for you. Because again, you're mentally fucking ill, you're a psychopath, and you're a predator. You need to be off the fucking internet.
Well, I can tell you this, Adams, as somebody who worked with the seriously mentally ill, in this case.
Unlicensed, correct?
Unlicensed.
Correct.
But
Right,
guess what?
right.
Hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. I was a person who would have to write the petition order, and it would have to be approved by a psychiatrist and a judge. And that was basically me giving witness testimony. Now, you have severely, what is it? It's GD, gravely disabled, God damn it, I forget all of the acronyms now because it's like almost 20 years ago. Of course, threat, harm to self, harm to others, persistently acutely disabled, or
what exactly
gravely...
is your job title?
Sure. Hold on a second. Now, I can tell you the bar for being,
You can't because you're
Let me
not
put it like
licensed.
this. No, I can tell you this. This is a mathematical thing. You have a county...
And you're still not licensed.
Amazing. 4 million people in Maricopa County, or 4 million plus. There's only 90 beds. 90 beds in Ash, the Arizona State Hospital. Now, you need to do the math. Which people get in there? It's the people that end up are like... It's not the bums talking to themselves who piss in public, who just, it's not those people. It's generally people who end up getting incompetent to stand trial, and then they're then civilly committed to the Arizona State Hospital afterwards. It's near impossible. He's not gonna. You can't institutionalize somebody like him. It's not even a remote possibility.
And neither can you because you're not a licensed state professional.
He's not threatening to harm anybody or himself.
No, he's actually giving marginal medical advice on the fucking internet without licensing.
What is John ever?
Okay, you don't
Shut
need
up,
to be a
Rich.
license. You
Shut
don't
up,
need to have a
Rich
license.
Crane. Shut up.
Hold on, Rich, don't interrupt. You don't have to be licensed to know that there's 90 beds allocated for 4 million people in the valley.
Pepe, I have a question. Do you think that recording clubhouse rooms would get you institutionalized or big wrecked?
No, you can talk to yourself and have an imaginary wife, an imaginary army, an imaginary... Dude, the bar is so high. Now, even when it comes to being... So, when it comes... There's a threat to self or threat to others. Those are very clear, in which you can get involuntarily committed, and generally you're going to go to... If it's your first time, you go to a county psychiatric hospital. If you are persistently acutely disabled, you're somebody who, for example, I'm so limited on what I'm allowed to say, but let's just say like you're a grown adult and it's in the middle of the summer, your AC is off, you have shit. Let's just say you're covered in shit. You've lost a lot of weight. You're basically pooping on yourself, not eating. You're gonna succumb to the elements. Like, there's things like that where you get involuntarily committed. But you talking to yourself, you being completely detached from reality, having a full psychotic break, you can't be institutionalized for that. Okay, so hold on. I want to go back to California Penal Code 653.2 prohibits cyber harassment or quote-unquote doxing, which involves using electronic communication to distribute or post harmful information about another person with the intent to harass them. To be convicted, the prosecutor must prove you knowingly and willfully engage in a course. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Willfully engage in a course of conduct directed at a specific person that serves no legitimate purpose and would be considered seriously alarming, annoying, tormenting, or terrorizing. Amazing. So
yeah, calling somebody homosexual on Clubhouse isn't gonna fit that criteria. Right?
Seriously alarming, seriously annoying, or tormenting. I don't see how this would even come close.
I'd like to be put in the queue, moderators.
Shut the fuck up, John. Like, this is an app where you voluntarily go on, okay? And people disagree with each other. They call each other names. People even gossip and tell lies about each other, kind of like what JB has done to me. Amazing. He literally lied about me, but that's not a crime. I can't have a defamation suit against him because he hasn't cost me any money. I didn't stop eating and lose a bunch of weight and have to go to the hospital because his words hurt me so much, so I need damages.
So Pepe, what you just read in terms of the legal doctrine that you read, I mean, that has nothing to do with civil implications. That's criminal. So if you actually look at the penalties, behind the actions under that penal code, it actually can result in a year in confinement in jail.
Like all misdemeanors, like up to a year. Amazing.
Right. So again, and Rich, I suggest that you be very quiet.
Yeah, okay? Rich, don't Rich your ankle biting stuff. It's just to us two right now.
Oh, this is all directed at me, though.
But no,
it's not directed at you.
He's talking about KK.
It's not directed at you.
So
and
talking about
the reason why I did not file the complaint that I did today, okay, to the Office of Judicial Affairs, given the fact that your father is a federal judge and you continue to release people's information on this fucking app, I suggest that you be fucking quiet.
Okay, hold on, stop. Guys, no more ankle bite. I'm just gonna start kicking people to the goo because this is Adams and I right now.
Wait, who was that, Adams? Who was he just speaking to?
He was speaking, I think, to Rich, but he was about Rich, but Rich keeps on inserting himself, so, but we're talking about, we're talking about KK and what she did, and, I would have to say, okay, when it comes to quote-unquote doxing, that's not doxing. This individual gives his real name on this app. He tells people he was a former con man. He's been clear that he's been in trouble with the law before. And she brings up, as this former con man likes to say, he used to be a con man. She pulled up one of his records of his cons. I guess I don't quite get how that is. Who would find that even reasonable? If I said I was a con man and you pull up one of my convictions of conning somebody, after I give my real name, like, I can't say, like, oh, you doxed me. You see, you're calling me a con man. Back when I said I was a con man. Like, how does that work? I mean, you have to understand, he had a name, Ketchikon. And his thing, and his whole
persona was, I used to be a con man. Now I catch cons. Well, she went to his history, which he clearly has been open about. He clearly would give his name. And,
Pimping grown women.
she found that he conned.
Pimping grown women, correct?
Well, no, he said he was a con man. Like,
Pimping
more than
grown
one.
women. Those were the charges, correct?
No, he said, he claims he was a...
Pimping grown
Adams. Stop, Othello. He said he was a con man in the past. Did he not? That's what he's always fucking said. He was a con man.
Yep.
That's why he said he's catch a con, because he used to be a con. Okay, he has a conviction for pimping. But that does not negate the fact that he said he was a fucking con in the past. How can you defame somebody's character when your character is, I used to be a goddamn con man? And then she finds it, she reads out a court case where, yeah, he was fucking conning somebody. Back in the past, when he said he was a fucking con man, you can't defame somebody like that. Like, that's not defamation. That's, if anything, that's basically, building on what the fuck he was saying.
It's the equivalent of saying that President Trump has federal felony convictions.
It's like me saying, I used to be a rapist. I was caught. God damn it, you pulled up my fucking record. God damn it, what does it say? It says rape. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, if I said I did that kind of behavior in the past, I'm not saying he's ever said any such thing, but I'm giving it an example. If I said I used to be such a character, and you pull up a record of me doing what I said I used to do, I mean, geez, how is that defamation? His claim is that he's no longer a con and he catches cons now. She didn't say, what she read did not refute what he said by saying that he's a con man now. It basically just reaffirms that, yeah, he used to be a con man. I don't know how the fuck that would ever be a fucking crime, especially when you volunteered that information on this app. Like your name and the fact that you used to be a fucking con man and you already have a criminal record.
Sex trafficking industry is the #2 illegal industry in America.
I'm just going to say one simple thing. I don't think said person should be opening the business that they used to do the same thing. It's kind of scary.
Hey, I enjoy this drama, but what I enjoy more is education and reading books as opposed to just relentlessly stirring the
Okay,
pot.
you're gonna shut your goddamn mouth or you're gonna go to the goo. Now, you're not doing one of your normal spiels. And I heard you say, I heard you say some nasty things about me in that room. I did hear it. But I don't take you seriously.
Well, I'm consistent, at least when I ridicule you for being a worm.
I never take you seriously, but I just don't want to hear your annoying spiel.
Oh, like you're projecting. You just did a huge annoying spiel.
And go off.
To be fair, I've watched his streams. I don't think he reads books, but he listens to audio. He'll have his streams. He'll have like a 12-hour stream. It'll consist of like 3 hours of Clubhouse, and then it's just like the rest of the 9 hours are an audiobook.
Because he's not very interesting. Nobody wants to hear him talk. Remember when he used to make his rooms and everybody would come in and be like, oh, it's you, and leave the room immediately, and then it would just be him. You could see him in the hallway. It was just him in his room. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that motherfucker. Did you remove him, or is he...
I moved him to the audience.
Welcome back to the Pepper Show.
Why is he in here? He hates us. He hates your rooms, but yet he comes.
He does what he does. He's just always, that's just him. I don't really care. No, I would say Adams. Holy shit. I don't know what to say. This whole thing about crimes, I have First of all, I've been in so many.
Pepe,
hold on.
I just
What?
want you to stop what you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're being malicious. Like you're
How?
intentionally.
Shut up, Rich.
Can you move Rich down, please?
Rich, you come up one more time and you're going
I don't
down.
want Rich to create any more damage to his father's career. Okay?
No, guys,
Move
stop.
him down.
Stop talking about each other. I'll move him down. I'll move him down if he comes off this mic again, but no more addressing each other. Now, Rich, I swear to God, actually, if you address him, Rich, you get kicked from the fucking room, okay? And Adams, do not fucking address him, all right? But if you interrupt, you're definitely going to stay in the fucking audience, Rich. And if you say anything in the chat, you get kicked out of the fucking room. So now that those guidelines are clear, go ahead. What were you going to say, Adams? Don't talk about Rich.
Pepe, I feel like you handled the situation in a way that was morally repugnant. Like, it was morally repugnant. Like, you literally talked about Roger and, taking time off from his professional career to raise his kids. How many of these people sitting here listening to the scuttlebutt is actually talking to their fucking kids? So at the end of the day, this shit is completely out of any sense that's reasonable, okay? The way that you've handled this shit has been absolutely... I'm disappointed, Pepe. I really am. I'm very disappointed. Very, very, very disappointed. And even through all of this, I mentioned the fact that, your number came up on Telegram. I didn't give that to anybody. I didn't offer that up as scuttlebutt or any of those other things when people were asking me, begging me, and offering me money to do it. Stop it, Pepe.
Well, I appreciate that, Adams. And I would say this. I can promise you I never said anything about... at least I really do not recall. I'm going to say at least 95% sure I never said anything about him taking time off to raise kids. I did hear it, but I do not ever remember hearing that. I remember my commentary was strictly pointing out that...
Pepe, we
hold on. Let me finish my point.
Pepe,
Adams,
I'm trying
let
to help
him
you out
finish,
here.
please.
Mom, stay out of it.
No, you stay.
But I'm just trying to
Let
finish
him
my
finish.
point. I'm just trying to finish my point. I think you don't understand my goal with Roger. My goal was Roger is a bully. He liked to bully fat people and try to act like, I can, just be a dick. I can, and I make a lot of money. I'm good. Okay. My goal was to basically show that no, you don't. And quite frankly, this guy can't bully you because he's none of those things that he says he is, and he likes to bully people over. That was my goal. I had zero interest in pointing out what his whether or not he took time off to raise kids. And quite frankly, I wouldn't care if he did that. I don't even look at that as necessary. Like a lot of men might, but I personally don't even look at that as necessarily a bad thing. I do have friends who their fathers were in that situation. I don't think that makes them bad.
I will say something about Roger. When he was first on the app, he ran very even keel rooms. They were balanced.
Alan, he's still on the app. So again, I would be very...
I don't care.
Yeah, he's still on the app.
Okay, but let him.
I don't care.
All right, just let Alan finish.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll say it again, I don't care, because there are a lot of people on this app, including Roger, who think they're morally superior to me or somehow smarter than me. They are not. And they hold that moral superiority over my head because they happen to be mods. I don't care. they're full of shit, and I will say it to their face. And I've said this to Roger's face in rooms and in private chat. So I'm not saying anything now that I haven't said before. Anyways, to continue, he ran good rooms when the app first started. He never insulted anyone, and he was aligning himself with the right more than the left, I think because he felt that politically, as a libertarian, that was more beneficial to him and his political beliefs. At a certain point, why, I don't know, he lost it. And it seemed like he was attacking conservatives. Now, that makes sense, as initially conservatives were not in power, so he was aligning with the underdog, and one could excuse it by saying, well, now that conservatives have power, then we're going to hold them accountable. But that is also when his trolling and his bullying behavior started. And as I view him, it really depended on which Roger you got. Sometimes I could go into his rooms and he would be fair, he would listen, etc. Other times you could tell he was in a mood and 100%. And he would be looking to criticize people. The thing that really did it for me is he told me early on in the app, remember Alex New York? He would conspire with Alex, so he would say, hey, things are getting kind of dull in my room. You send some of your people into my room, I'll send some of my people into your room, and let's agitate everybody. So he was purposely using that as a way to create content and to annoy people.
So I want to, Adams, I want to bring up this. So we talked about some of the things that you, which I am almost certain that I never said anything about him taking time off to raise kids. I actually don't look at that as a bad thing. Personally, you guys can clip that. But what I am curious about is that why do you stand by JB? Like you were actual friends offline with KK, and she was disparaging her and her dead husband. Now, here's a woman, and, you know, he likes to say, oh, now all of a sudden you care your husband's black. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, she is raising her kids, and I guess she the pact her, whatever she has with her husband and the family, like she's not remarried while she's raising the kids. Dude, come on, bro. Like, that was the most fucked up thing. I actually was surprised. I have a low opinion of JB, admittedly, but even I thought that was not low of him to necessarily go there, but I would have thought he would at least be smart enough to think, like, yeah, you just don't, dude, there's some things that are just too sensitive. You just don't go there. Her reading out, you know, a official court document, and then him saying what she said, or him saying what he said about her and her husband, like, that was fucking gross, bro. And I don't see, like, the same level of outrage. She's somebody you were friends with in real life.
So no, that's not somebody that I'm friends with in real life. So at the end of the day, listen, that is an issue between JB and KK. What I have a problem with is the fact that behind that issue, you, Pepe, were sitting there laughing about JB's abuse as a child. You were laughing about child molestation. And, you know, for me personally, in listening to that specific circumstance, and I've shared this on this app, I was a sequestered witness, you know, when I was in high school, from a man that did something that was very terrible to me. And he went on, when I was in college, raped and kidnapped a 12-year-old boy. So listening to you making light of that situation, I don't give a fuck.
as far as the issue between you and between KK and JB. What I do listen to is you making light of somebody's trauma that, quite frankly, is very close to me as a person. You cross a line that, in my opinion, was morally repugnant.
Well, my apologies. You know, I you know, you can say that, you know, he gave his name, and you know, he encouraged people to look up his fucking background. Because basically he wanted you to see before other people gave you the narrative on his background. That was my encounter with him when I first met him.
Pepe, do you know how many judges were at my mother's funeral? You don't think that I did my due diligence in understanding exactly who that person is? You don't think that I read the case? You don't think that I had access to documents different from what you guys are reading on Google? Stop it.
Amazing.
The man was pimping grown women.
Okay. But once again, okay, like I you know, I don't think it's funny when children get molested or touched or victimized.
So why did you laugh about that? Why did you laugh about that in the context of
did I laugh about it, or did I make a off-color remark about it?
Pepe, it was disturbing. It was very disturbing, and I'm not trying to use this as a gotcha moment. I'm being real and honest with you, okay? It was very disturbing, okay? The fact that you would make light at the fact that that man was a victim as a child of abuse.
Sure, but I would say he kind of like went on as an adult to complete that. I mean, you've heard about the circle of abuse. Right?
Pimping grown women.
Pimping grown
sexual
women.
Trafficking. Sexual trafficking.
Pimping grown women. Pimping grown women. Othello, shut the fuck up. Othello, shut the fuck up before you end up on the other side of a fucking litigation. Be quiet.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. So, okay, so I know his original now. I've only had hearsay. Now, I'm not going to go off hearsay because I don't have documentation. Of course, JB has been doing hearsay for almost a month based on clips that don't exist, which he's admitted. And they've all admitted they don't have the clips. Now, with that being said, holy shit, I lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ, where was the path I was going down? God damn it, I had a total brain fart. So fucking annoying. What was I talking about? It was the...
Oh, how he's been doing hearsay, there's no clips.
Yeah. So, like, okay, so I've heard hearsay where there is, you know... Okay, so the original charges versus the conviction... The sex trafficking was a charge, not a conviction. Now, you know, this is hearsay that I've heard on this app that, like, he, you know, basically had victims from out of state. They were, you know, not going back to New York. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I mean, if somebody can, you know, obviously get the actual court records.
That's not me.
And you know, anybody can do that in New York. I don't really care to do it. I don't know how much of that is true, but I mean, just because of your conviction, I mean, I did see, you know, he would tell us to look up his name. He did give a review for a lawyer where he's like, I was facing 25 years in prison, you know, but I only got like 5 years.
Pepe, let me just tell you this. I wish that you would have done as much due diligence when you had Europa modded up with you and Mon and Tally up on the stage in White America, right? So let's not pretend, okay? Let's not pretend like you don't know what due diligence looks like, right?
I wish that you would have exercised the same fucking due diligence in the way that you're going after JB, in the same way that you went after Europa for digitally, anally penetrating his fucking granddaughter.
Not anally, digitally. But once again, this is where your argument falls apart. So KK,
No,
Brad,
that was a mod on your stage.
Oh,
That's
hold
not
on.
an argument falling apart. That was
Yeah,
a
no,
mod
no, no, no,
on
no,
your
no.
stage.
Yes.
A convicted,
Hold on.
convicted child molester.
Yes, hold on. I get it. This is your way of trying to defame me. I get it.
Ain't nobody trying to defame you. That shit is.
I know, but let me
public
finish.
record.
Let me finish.
You modded a stage with a
Adams,
fucking convicted child molester.
Yes, we
Stop
know,
it.
we know. And you were modded with them, and you were
No, the
competing
fuck
with
I
them in
was not.
chats. Yes, you were.
No,
you were modded at the exact same time.
I was not.
Matt,
Again.
Hold on. Matt, was he not a mod during the same time as fucking Europa? Yes, you were.
I mean,
yes, you were.
Off and on, but I can't say it at that specific moment of that issue. But yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, here's what you have to understand is that, you know, when it comes to Elijah, when it comes to Rydell, when it comes to Sig, when it comes to Brad, when it comes to a whole bunch of fucking people, you would have to implicate everybody in that. No, we did not know he was a fucking child molester. We didn't know his real name. In fact, the reason why we ended up parting ways is because he was modded up in a room where somebody had my name and Mon's name in the room in the title, and he was modded up in there, and they were trying to like talk. It was Samia, who's still on this app. And we were like, dude, why are you like modded up in here? And he's like, you're not the boss of me. And he starts talking shit to Mon. He's like, I'll cut off your fucking head and I'll piss down your throat. You know, I have cartel connections and but yada yada yada. So like we basically cut off contact with him. Now, like a month or two later, there's this guy, black guy with a big white beard who goes by Yams. He was fighting with them one night. And Europa was like being brazen, and he said, I'm in Houston, Texas, come kick my ass, come, we'll see about it. Now, and then he gave his real name. So then Yams looks him up and sees he's this fucking sex offender. And then it breaks then. And to be fair, like, there were comments that people thought he might be a creep. One of my friends from Discord, he only stayed on for a few weeks because he thought this app was toxic. He said, like, this guy gives me creepy vibes. Mon would say he gave creepy vibes. I just thought he was a little weird. But, I mean, it's just like, did I put two and two together and think he was a kitty toucher? Like, no, I don't know. I've never been around a self-professed kitty toucher. I don't know what how do they act?
Hey,
I don't
do you
know.
have Jazzy blocked?
No. This is a new account, bro.
Let's go ahead and ping her into the room.
You can go ahead. I'm not friends with her. I can't ping her in. But when it comes to, so I love how you're trying to talk about. This is the funny part. Now let's just make this clear. So we were talking about everything that transpired over the last few weeks, where I was accused of doxing. Which there's zero proof, zero clips have come out, and now you want to refocus and center on something that happened years ago, where there's a guy that we discovered to be a fucking choma.
Pepe,
but hold on a second.
Man. There's not zero proof. You doxed that man.
I didn't dox him. Yams doxed him.
Okay.
I didn't know his name.
It was Yam, in fairness. Yeah.
Like, I woke up one day, and then I had a bunch
I'm talking about Roger. You literally doxed Roger.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
How?
Would you want to refer back to the same penal code that I just shared with you? So what does it say? What? Right. Work history.
Okay.
Right.
Let's look
You
it up.
doxed
Work
that
history.
man. Stop your bullshit.
That's not doxing. First of all, you can't dox somebody.
This is crazy.
You can't
the
dox
legal
somebody.
definition stated on California state law clearly defines what you did is doxing.
No, not whatsoever.
Okay.
So I didn't dox.
So you didn't read out his employment history?
No, I never read it out.
Got it. You're a liar.
I only made the comment.
You're a liar.
Okay, show the clip.
You are a fucking liar.
Show the clip. Where's the clip? You guys keep on making these claims, but you never produce the clips. Where are the clips?
This is crazy.
It seems crazy, but show the clip.
Pepe, you're a liar. All right?
Okay, show the clip.
I'm gonna leave because I'm not gonna create any more damage to Roger's case against you, and you are gonna get sued. You are gonna get sued.
Okay, amazing. I'm so scared.
Yeah, no, you definitely are gonna get sued.
Oh wow.
So again, at the end of the day, you're a fucking liar.
Amazing. Show the proof. You guys already admitted you don't have clips. You guys don't have clips.
My thing is, why does Adams have some moral high ground when he has sexual harassment?
Because it's the Adams show, duh!
I don't know. The only thing I find funny is that this all started where the JB has been the man that has been demonized more than like 99% of the app. And I've been demonized quite a bit, but for very different reasons. See, I don't come on to women on this app. I don't send dick pics. I don't give out my personal information. I don't make content out of petty drama generally. This is like, the last month or so. And of course, this is a small app, so I guess it's kind of why it's more inevitable. Because I'm personally, I was super excited to like make rooms and talk about controversial shit. Elon takes over X. Now it's a fucking cesspool of people that are far more extreme than myself. And it's just like, wow, I mean, I'm not that controversial. Quite frankly, I don't really like talking to those retards, and I don't really like talking to, just fuck it. Just fuck all of these. I basically just kind of said, like, fuck you to people on every side, the far right, the far left, a lot of the centrists. I just don't like these people now. And to me, it's just like I was somebody who was against the grain. It was like outspoken when it was like before you had like this full swing like you saw the last couple of years. And now I see all of these people none of us have ever heard of before. They're making content saying shit I would say years ago. And it's just like, okay, I don't want to talk to these assholes. It's fucking boring now. I guess you could say like part of me is like kind of like there's like a punk rock element where I do kind of go against the grain, and it's just like I'm not going to accept everything that is said by authority, and I have to listen. The left-wing capture of institutions, and whether it's academia, the media, whatever. It was largely bullshit, and I definitely, when it gets to grain, when it comes to a lot of the faggots on the right, these so-called Christian MAGA-loving Americans they'll send their daughter to get an abortion in the next state in a fucking heartbeat. These pieces of shit, there's barely anything lovable or Christian about them. A lot of them are absolute fucking selfish pieces of shit. And, I don't really care for these people either. I'm just being honest. And, and with the lefties, let's care about minorities. They're the same, white, worthless pieces of shit that were marching for George Floyd, making sure to take lots of selfies while they're doing it. These fucking narcissistic cunts that live in their safe little white bubbles while pretending they care so much about black people, they can all suck a fucking dick. Which one's worse? I mean, really, which one's worse? I don't know. I mean, these people are all pieces of fucking shit. And you see all of these goddamn grifters. Have you guys been on X? I can't. X is a fucking shithole now. After Elon Musk took it over. Now, I do think that the censorship was because it was captured mainly by the left. Before they would censor right-wingers far more so than in the past. But now when you go in there, it's just like, well, why does even somebody like myself have a blue check mark? That is fucking retarded. I'm a nobody. Absolute fucking nobody. I don't even go by my real name. Why should I have a blue check mark? Give somebody from the New York Post, the Washington Post, the LA Times. Give these people fucking blue check marks. I want to see like somewhat genuine information. Now, the legacy media was definitely, they were serving as gatekeepers, but it was coming from like a left wing. That filter was on the left, and so there's a lot of distrust with the media, and that's fine. But now it's just kind of like a fucking shit show. So what do you have now? You have a bunch of grifters, and like holy shit, the Illuminati, the Jews, the whatever. It's like we figured it out. Whatever stupid conspiracy theorist brains think. It sucks now.
Pepe, I got a question for you.
What?
Why does Slippers keep accusing you of being a liar?
I don't know. Because I've never said the shit that he's accusing me of fucking saying. Like, he wants to admit it. Nye was saying, the Holy Grail, it's a clip. It's a clip. Yeah, it's a fucking clip. Show me the goddamn clips where I'm fucking doxing people.
They don't have shit.
But you
Of
never
course they
talked
don't.
to anybody. You just said that he
I know I didn't.
random jobs for a short period of time. That's it.
Which is not doxing. Doxing is me saying, hey, guys, look at this fat bitch that so-and-so is married to. Oh, look at their fucking children. This little motherfucker has cancer. Oh, guess what? Do you want to see where this bitch works? Here's the goddamn address. Oh, you want to see where this motherfucker works? Yeah, get him fired too. Fuck these people. I'm gonna send angry letters to their, emails and whatever to their fucking jobs. I'm gonna do all that. That's doxing.
Slippers.
Explain, telling a bunch of people that somebody's father is a federal judge, that would be doxing.
Yeah, for sure.
Pumpkin, did you dox Roger or JB? Why was Bima saying you were distributing information to Chaos Agents, Pumpkin?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
I mean, aren't you claiming that you're the mastermind of all this drama?
I heard the clip. He did say that. Yes, he did. You can't deny that. He did.
I mean, I record everything, and
I would just like to ask who is actually Pumpkin.
It doesn't matter.
Adams, what about what you've been doing to Sarah, man? She got some allegations on you too, and you got this moral high ground.
And me? What he put in the chat, jeez.
and me. Don't forget me. Slippers is causing me all kinds of problems.
So let me ask you a question. You guys all think that I'm gay. So I mean, listening to the accusations that Sarah has to put out, I mean, how is that going to really resonate with a reasonable person?
Wait, mother and...
There you go. So at the end of the day...
Oh, you're bisexual?
At the end of the day, this is a slippery slope that I really don't think that you people want to go down.
Well, okay, Adams, I will just say this is...
And again, Rich, yes, I did report you. Right. Because again, the shit that you're saying, reading court documents, and the fact that you have a parent that's a federal judge, which you have actually discussed on this app. You actually outed yourself. Right? So again, there's a federal fucking agency to report it.
Well, Adams, I would say this about you being gay. I don't mean this in a mean way. It might be because of somebody told
Pepe,
me.
I don't care. I don't care, Pepe.
Okay.
Pepe, I don't care. I don't care. Think that I'm gay, straight, I fuck midgets. I don't care.
Okay, but let me put it like this. My personal intuition was that you were gay, and I still thought you were like cool, and you were always welcome in my spaces.
Yeah, we did not like him for being gay.
Cray, welcome to the room. Cray, I'm hoping maybe I can do a Q&A with you because I need to do a fundraiser Monday, Tuesday to get back on the road to get more signatures on our petitions. I'm wondering if you'd be interested in endorsing candidate Kitover and helping me do a fundraiser.
What's up, Cray? How you doing? Cray, do you recall me being modded up in White America? Cray,
you will get paid. I'll split all revenue with you 50-50. You'll get paid as a fundraiser. Don't listen to Slippers.
man.
No, you're not donating. You're fundraising.
This man is a scam artist.
John, shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't call me a scam artist, Slippers.
Okay, you're gonna go. You are a scam artist.
Adams, we have a problem. We did have a problem with Mojo running that scam on his stage, though, right? Like, he knew that it was pretty much a fake hoax, you know.
I'm on NPR, Matt. I'm on NPR.
Why, we already know the private conversation that was had. This is not funny at all, dude. So, that was my only problem with Adams with Mojo near the end there, really. Like,
Right. So instead of doxing him, what you guys should have done is do what I did. Hold on.
Just for clarity,
hold
you
on.
didn't dox him, though. Just
No,
to let you know.
you didn't, Matt. Matt had nothing to do with this. Instead of outing Roger, what y'all should have done is called the Illinois Department of Mental Health, right? Which is what I did. So again, I called the Illinois Department of Mental Health. When you decided that you wanted to run this fake narrative as far as being a congressman, you gave up your fucking address, you dumbass. So again, at the end of the fucking day, I have a right as a concerned citizen from the state of California to have them enact a mental hygiene warrant.
Hey, Crazy, or excuse me, why am I Cray? I'm reading your name. Sorry. How do you think about this mostly white on white violence? I guess you can say that you've been hearing for the last few weeks.
Fucking no viewers at all.
I've been here for it. Normally it's black on black violence, as the Democrats have put it. Normally it's black on black violence, but it's not. So I'm just here for the violence. Because I guess at the end of the day, right, violence is technically violence, right? Whether if it's black on black, white on white, white on black, black on white, it doesn't matter. It's all technically violence, right? But, due to the way how the Democrats have tried to indoctrinate people, that's when they try to push, it's white on white, black on black, this on that. I'm just here for the violence, no matter who inflicts it, to be real. So, yeah.
All right. But Adams, I would say, with you personally, though, like, none of us went after you. Like, you have to understand, like, we all thought you were, like, we were cool. Like, we were, at least, not friends. Some of them, friends in real life, but at least friends on here, and we did not, we were not, like, trying to fuck with you. I don't know why you feel that. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about other people. Like, we are not, like, out, we don't have, like, a vendetta against Adams.
Yeah, you're just a bitch.
Yeah, just your friends.
We don't care that you're gay, you're just a bitch.
But I do think it was comical that JB said, "You're not a man if you don't come on my stage." Okay, come on my stage then. Prove that you're the man that I'm not, and you're coming on my fucking stage. And I told you I'll clear the fucking stage and give you a mod badge. And it was the neutral party who kept on bitching at both of us, saying, stop the fighting, which is KP and Sig. Sig and KP were like, dude, I'll fucking have a sit down with you guys. I'll mod it. Like, you guys need to settle this. And you were like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't know, dude. But then all of a sudden, when you have a stage and you're the only moderator, I mean, okay, yeah, that's being quote unquote a man. That's being a dummy.
How do we do it so that everybody can get in that he's blocked?
I mean, I can host a space.
Okay. And then and we get Sig the mod?
No.
I think it should just be Craig.
I would be the only mod, and I would do it in my room the way how I always run it. I'm the only mod. Nobody gets a mod. That's the only fair way to do it. And I'm not biased with nobody. So you're not gonna come in and try to say, oh, hey, like, I'm a Republican, let me get a green bean. That's not gonna work. Hey, I voted for Donald Trump, let me get a green. No, I don't give a fuck. I voted for Kamala Harris. I don't give a fuck. Like, none of that shit's gonna work with me. Like, all that political shit, all that don't work with me. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I can care less.
Well,
And that's no diss to shit, or that's no diss to Sig. I fuck with Sig, but like, I'm gonna be real. A lot of the way how the situation even was handled, like, like, niggas didn't want to stand on business for real, and they just kind of pushed a one-way narrative. I don't like shit like that. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna clear the business, we're gonna do it with one mod, nobody else, and that's how we really get the business clear. And we're gonna be unbiased. We're gonna ask questions all across the board. It's not just gonna be a one way to kind of lead a direction into a narrative. I don't do that.
Well, Adams, go talk to your people. Go tell them it's going down. Set it up. Krayshawn, you're gonna be the admin. I don't know what house you're gonna do it in. You have your own house.
First of all, I'm not gonna listen to some monkey with your namesake as a fucking Shakespearean tragedy. Okay, you are a tragedy. You are a dumpster fire. You're a fake intellectual, and you're a dumb ass fucking monkey. So again, I'm not taking answers or any advice from you. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Cray. Okay, as far as Cray opening up a space to have this conversation. Shut up, monkey. Shut up, monkey. Shut up, monkey. Don't try to get that fake ass, fraud ass, fucking dirty foreigner. Don't try to get that dirty foreigner to back you up. Right? You Shakespearean fucking tragedy. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you tragedy. Shut up. So again, at the end of the fucking day, Cray, do what you gotta do, and I'm definitely here to support you, Cray.
Yeah, I'll open it up tomorrow because it is a little late, but I will contact all parties involved. You know what I'm saying? I'll try my best to get JB in the room, and we could just all just have this conversation and just clear it all up.
Wait. Let's clear this shit up with Sarah and Adams right now.
Well, hold on, guys. Let's not. Let me. No. Hold on. Guys.
Sarah, let me just let you know.
Stop.
Just
stop.
Okay, stop. I don't want
to get fired. You're gonna get fired.
Okay, guys. I do not want to turn this into a Sarah. Obviously, if I want to target Adams, I can side with Sarah. I can do this and that. I'm not gonna do this on my fucking stage. Okay.
I want to say or tell us something.
Okay, but not if it has to do with guys.
It has to do with Adams.
Sarah, I suggest you shut the fuck up because again, you're
hold on, Adams.
You're already writing your own resume.
Adams. She can't address you. You can't address her. Okay, if she says I'm gonna kick her if she says anything about you. Okay, so just do not address each other.
I'm not here to play into Attila's game. I'm here on the stage to tell Attila he's one of the trashiest people on this fucking app.
Thank you.
Not for 1 second, Attila. I've been able to respect you. A few nights ago, you were mocking me for being whooped in Iran. Okay, now only because Adam and I had an issue, it doesn't mean I'm gonna side with you. You're a trash.
But I'll never sexually harass you like he did. I'll never sexually harass you like he did.
Okay, guys. I don't want to. Okay, look, we're not having a space. God damn it, Lithik.
I'm sorry.
We are not having a space on the Middle East drama. We're not. Quite frankly, there are rooms that are like literally every hour that I've been on this app. You're gonna have Muslims, you're gonna have Jews, you're gonna Zionists, and so they're all gonna have their rooms, and you guys get to discuss this shit. And all of you pro-monarchists from Iran and whatever the fuck from Iran, you guys can all do your thing on here. This is not a room. None of us, or at least me and Matt and myself, we are not Jews, Muslims, or.
I'm not here for any of that. But I'm not
any of that.
monarchist anyways.
Hey, let me tell you something. Wait, hold on, Pepe.
But don't address that point.
I'm not. This is my last word on it. Roger, JB, and Adams have all sexually harassed Sarah, and I was the only one that stood up for her. That's the truth.
Well, Della, you don't even stand up for your fucking mother. Okay? You're a trash.
That's the truth.
You do not stand up for anyone. The first time I met you on this app, you threatened my life.
Let them do what they do. I guess
You
she's going to be a Zionist at the end of the day.
You threatened my life for being pro-Israel on this fucking app. You're a piece of shit.
The Zionists going to link up at the end of the day. She's going to side with the Zionists, even though they.
Well, I'm saying, she don't want to be protected. Why you going out?
All right, guys, hold on. Okay, the Zionists and the pro-Palestine people, you guys don't bring this drama on my stage. You guys just said what you're gonna say. I just really, I don't want to talk about it.
Can I ask them a question, Pepe?
No. Hold on. Let's fix.
Yes,
So, I'll do a reset.
Can I get like 20 seconds? That's all.
Okay, 20 seconds, and I'm gonna do a reset. Go.
The question is, Adams, are you a part-time faggot?
Change your dad's bedpan? Are you changing your dad's bedpan? Are you changing your dad's bedpan?
All right, stop.
Yeah, imagine missing out on life because they're
Jesus Christ. I'm going to help.
You could afford.
Oh my God! I'm saying the Lord's name in vain.
Your dad's
Jesus Christ! You're gonna send me to hell, okay?
Like a dumb, bald-headed fucking pimp.
Okay. Wow. Can I do a reset, guys? Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. Reset. So, look. There was a room that JB made earlier. Now I had a room that was about the beautiful Ukrainian refugee who came to the United States, and she was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. She got stabbed by this black man.
That was so sad.
And that was
was
what my room was
housed.
about. It was not about JB. It was not about any of this stuff. Adams comes in, and it's like, oh, we haven't talked to Adams in a while, and so we're talking. I'm on stage, he's in the chat, we're addressing each other back and forth. Adams comes on stage, and naturally, the kind of, a lot of the drama, I guess you can say, was stemming from the whole JB stuff, and then JB opens up a room, and then I end my room, and he's talking about me, amazing, and I was just, I was just listening. I did, I've been saying this for weeks. It's just, apparently, it all started, at least with me, when I went on the attack. Was when I was listening in a room on Anonymous, and JB was saying, I'm a piece of shit. I doxed Roger's family. I doxed where he worked. I gave out like social security numbers and addresses or some stupid shit. And then he was telling people like, you may like to go into his rooms, but just remember this can turn on to you. And I see like, whoa, this is bullshit. Like, no, I've never done that. Like, and so I end up going off Anonymous, go into his room, answer a few questions, and said, yeah, no, I didn't do any of that. In fact, I'll give you $1,000 if you find the clip where it is where I'm saying a relative's name, where you worked, like the name of your employer, an address, a social security number, any of that stuff. And then he's like, I'm about to make $1,000, and he's gonna go in John Kitover's, I guess, replays. And long story short, in this replay, and by the way, I've looked for those clips. I could not find even the room that they say that they were alluding to.
Can you bring Jeff?
Well, hold on, shut up, Rich.
Let's just not say you bring Jeff.
No, hold on. And so I'm trying to find like where in this so-called room I was saying any of this stuff. I couldn't find it, but I know I didn't say any of this stuff. But then it comes out today that not only did they not have the clips like they said they did, but John, basically JB's trying to tell John that, hey, look, $600, I'll match that if you show me, if you find the clip. And he's like, yeah, dude, I don't have that clip. Like, there's no clip. And it's just like amazing. Now, you spent weeks making an argument that I said something that I did not say. And I'll say this again, and this is what I was saying weeks ago. The minute, okay, I stay anonymous on this app. So in other words, I don't hit on women and try to meet them in real life, like ever. They would try to do this shit in my back channel. It could be that some of them are just trying to get me to release my identity. I don't know. But there are other avenues for, if I want to meet a woman, it's not going to be on here. But with that being said, if I ever sent out a dick pic, if I ever sent anything gross to any woman, I mean, dude, you guys know I would have been made contact, like, a couple of years ago. It never happened. Like, where is the recording? I've not. None of this shit exists. And JB even took it a step further. He went and said that this is serious now. He's fucking with my family. He's threatening my kids. It's my dude. Where's the clip? Your kids? What kids? I didn't know you had kids. Well, I think I've heard that you have a son. But then other people have talked to you more, have said that you have kids, plural. Because I do remember talking to you once and saying you had to go to an event with your son. So I that kind of stuck with me where, like, okay, I think you have a son, or okay, amazing. You have a daughter or something. I think somebody's alluding. People have been saying something about you going to Texas to live with the daughter. This is all I've heard. I don't know anything about your kids, and quite frankly, your kids are not of importance. Why do I care about your kids? What does that get? What content do I get out of saying, like, you have a daughter that, like, lives in Texas or some shit like that, where I've heard people said you're moving there because of that. Does anybody care? What does that even have to do with you? It's just stupid. But he admitted, they admitted basically they have no clips. The last few weeks it's all been hearsay. When it comes to what else? Oh, he did challenge me. He said, "Be a man, oh man, just come up here on my stage, yada yada yada." Bro, why were, when KP and Sig were trying to say, get both sides to quash this, they don't like that we're fighting. They had offered to basically have a space where the two of us could talk it out. You bitched out. Now you want to do it on your stage. You said I was a vagina for not doing it. Now, I guess my question that I'd ask you is, like, not only will I clear the whole stage, but I'll give you a mod badge.
Your Honor, what's the point of a hearing if
so we're on equal footing?
I remind you to speak as loudly as
you're not going to do that.
Keep my face on.
Like, you are literally like the most slimy.
That the vision of your remaining
just like piece of shit. You're a fucking pussy.
Than that of Mr. Dormity's own
the reason you need to have the mod badge is because I'm going to ask you the questions. You're going to make accusations about me, like that I talked about your family, that I dumped Roger's family, and I'm going to ask you to prove that I did it, to provide some kind of receipt. You will not be able to do it.
I'm not allowed to live. Why does a man have to do anything?
What can you do after that point?
I would try to do it already, like with him already.
No, I've told.
I noticed you're
So
wearing
he only
black.
makes response rooms to mine. Like he will not go on the same stage as me wherever I am, even when he's in the audience.
Yeah, Craig, early on, Sig and a bunch of people asked if they could, moderate, between them all. But I guess that never came to fruition,
Well, I mean, cause
It was his side. It was him that
because,
refused.
Well, is it because like, he just wants to just have the one-on-one conversation with you and not really everybody else?
Well, no. So like Sig,
I don't know.
Well, Sig, for example, he's been moderating rooms with them as this has been going on. Like he does not. You know Sig, right, Craig?
Yeah. I know Sig.
He's not going to get. He's a very headstrong individual. He's not going to give in to the. You can say, "Hey, we're feuding. Wow, how dare you be a mod on his stage?" And he'd be like, "Well, like fuck you. I'm a grown man." You know how Sig is. He's not really. And where I almost thought he's perfect because he's not going to really.
It's a show for
He's somebody
and
who's
by
not going
morons.
to, I think, be easily swayed by either of us. We can give narratives, and I don't think he'll care about a narrative. He'll just want the facts. Like,
It's a show for
you're
and by
claiming this. Can you
morons.
prove that this happened? That's that. I mean, and I think that's the type of argument where JB is completely unwilling to have. He's giving a narrative-based argument, which I've when talking about him, some of it involves narrative for sure. When tying everything together, like his behavior and shit he's done in the past, on and off the app, but I'm not really, when it comes to the specifics of this example, I'm not somebody, I know for a fact, I did not give away any personal identifying information about family members, where they've worked, any of that shit. It's never happened. And so, I know these clips are not going to come out. Like, they'll just repeat the lie over and over and over again. And when I make my rooms, he would not address anything, accusation I made specifically to debunk it. They would just like, JB would just say like, oh, he's my kids, my family. This has gone over the line. He's doxing me. And okay, where, when? He can't do that. Like, at what point do you just like? Is he just he makes these accusations and he has these dick riders on his stage? Okay, but if he can't prove I said this, then I mean it's ridiculous. And what's really annoying is that since the beginning of this, all of this shit started between JP and I with the alleged doxing of Roger. Our rooms we've been recording each other. When JB Ben made a claim that, during these back and forths, after the drama with Roger, that I was doxing his kids and his family. Okay.
Whatever he's seen there.
Where are the clips?
I just.
They don't exist. I know they don't exist because I've never mentioned one of his fucking family members' names.
I do think that you should, just try, just a try, and it's like, if you try, and it's like, he just, for whatever reason, just doesn't allow you to speak, or, you know what I'm saying? If it's some shit like that, then I think it's more fair assessed, but I think you should at least just try to give it a shot, like, just at least try to have the conversation with him.
Well, I would with the moderator. He's not going to have the mod badge.
No, I'm just saying in general, like, there's nothing wrong with doing it in a away game, like going to someone else. I mean, shit. I mean, if people got an issue with
I would do it.
With you about it.
I would do it, but the thing is, I know he won't do it. He won't even do it in a neutral space.
Shut up, bitch!
So
We know you don't look like that in your PTRs, you ugly hoe!
You can, and you see how basically anybody who says that they're on the sideline or they're on the fence regarding what's happening between him and I, he will absolutely attack them. And so I'm not going. And of course, the people in his room. You have people that that were, definitely cheerleading. Like, who is the name of this woman who I cannot fucking stand? One of the most annoying white women on the app, Jane. No, Jane Rosenzweig or some shit. She's. I'm looking at the shit she's posting in the comments, and you do have these lefties. And some other people just have a grievance with me personally because of my opinions and things I've said, and they're absolutely, it's not only is it a hostile territory, but if he has the mod badge, no, I'm not playing his game. I've never, and part of the reason why is because I've seen when people try to question him when he runs a room, that when they try to give any kind of pushback, it's my fucking space. You get the fuck out of here. I'm kicking you. Like, he doesn't have an actual debate. And to me, that is, people have witnessed this in my rooms and in Clubhouse in the beginning. I would say something. If it was an African American, say like, oh, that's so racist. Like fuck you. Like whatever. And they'd be like, okay. I would actually mod this person up and be like, well, all right, what's up, bro? And have the conversation. Like, he's just not one of those people. Like, I don't respect him whatsoever. Either he can do it in a neutral space or he can't. Like, period. He wants to control the fucking narrative. No, what you need to do is you need to have a moderator where you can make your claim. There are rebuttals. You can make a counterclaim or a different claim. They can give a rebuttal, and then people can decide for themselves. He would not be able to have that kind of conversation with me because he's going to make claims, and I'm going to ask for proof. He will not find the proof. That is why, he won't do this.
Royal sheep, bring the evidence. Don't lie. And I'll say this in front of everybody. Fuck you and fuck Gaza. How about that? Make sure you clip it, bitch.
Amazing.
Right? No. Don't make claims.
No.
Don't make claims, royal sheep. I'm not the one you want to play with. I will wash you up, dry you up, and then hang you on the clothes. You understand that? And long live Netanyahu. Keep crying. You're probably going to die from oxidative stress.
Holy shit.
Because you can't cope.
Okay. Let's not. I don't want to make this like a Middle Eastern room.
That's all I wanted to say. Bring your evidence. Where's the ICJ ruling?
Amazing. I appreciate your enthusiasm. We're just like, this is not a Palestine-Israel space.
I know that, Pepe. I just wanted to make it clear for all these Palestinians. Fuck Palestine.
Okay. Wow. I get it. I'm trying to avoid that stuff tonight.
The one thing I do want to say, that threw me off. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm a proud Zionist.
Yes. Amen. Absolutely. Shabbat shalom.
on mute.
Okay, and I just want to say, all of the attacks against me have been wildly anti-Semitic. Okay, they've been wildly anti-Semitic and disrespectful. Okay, to my identity and my being. All of the slurs that I was called on the stage.
Now, Adam's been on this app together for a long time, and I've heard you talk some shit. Specifically to Sarah. That's why I had to ask one time
all of the slurs that have been put towards me
and you were going off in the
viciously anti-Semitic. Okay?
Not jumping the white woman. No.
Thank you.
Right?
That's because he don't like women.
Okay, the one thing I'm not gonna say all that, but the one thing I do want to say is this.
Can we talk about Othello, vaginal, asking Asian my ass.
Cray is
You
saying
talk about that for a
Adam,
second.
let Cray finish.
Othello was in my back channel trying to eat my ass.
Othello, does he say
We're
butter
gonna
your
let Cray,
biscuits?
go ahead, Cray.
Or he gonna
Cray,
try
go
to
ahead.
spread my butt cheeks and get my
Thank
booty
you,
hole?
Juan.
That's what he said.
So the one thing I do want to say is this. I do think, Pepe, I do think you should at least just try to have the away game, because and this is coming from a person that has been known for doing away games. At least if you at least try to go to his territory and you try to have a conversation, and let's just say hypothetically it doesn't go the way how it's supposed to go, at least at that point you could at least say that, like, you know, you put in the effort and you actually tried to even go to his own space to talk about it, and for some strange reason it just didn't go down like that, right? Like, but I mean, I don't know, I don't think you know, just not even trying and just saying that that's just what's gonna happen. Like, you never really know, especially with
That
Clubhouse,
actually
man.
is what's going to happen, though. He's going to remove people immediately because he wants to be top left. He wants everyone to only listen to him and hear what he's saying, and that's it. He won't allow anyone to speak. And you know, he's been speaking on me, and I haven't even been in any of these fucking rooms. But I've been targeted as well.
Yeah, and I would say,
also,
shut up, pumpkin.
if someone spread a rumor and said that he hired me as a bodyguard, I'm still trying to figure out who said that.
Well, I'll say this, Craig. Like, I'm somebody, and I'm sure you know this, but I'm somebody who loved being made the content and playing the away game. That was actually the highlights of me on Clubhouse. Was literally being in when I very first started, and you'd still have 1,000 people in a room, and like 30, 40, 50,000 people flowed through it.
This is
like
candidate Congressman John Kitover.
The really big first one was like, to catch a white supremacist. It was like Lou Fax and Curtis. They did a room on me, and I was in the hot seat the whole fucking day. Ion, when, you know, he had his big rooms, I was on the hot seat. I'm somebody who actually thinks that shit is fun. Like, I thrive on that. Now, with him, I'm gonna say, like, I'm trying to say this in a nice way. He's, holy shit. First of all, the reason I would do it with the other, you know, playing the away game before is because I got the exposure and it was a challenge. With him, it's literally just feeding into this guy who I think is like a nothing. He's not. He can't like organically draw people to his spaces on his own. I just don't. It's not, the drive is not there for me, and I know that it's going to be unfair, and I'll end up getting annoyed. The result is so predictable that I just don't want to play that game. Whereas if it was like if it was several years ago when I would, you know, like, once again, like, no, who the fuck. When it comes to controversy and a challenge, like, that's not somebody I'm not somebody who's known for dodging that kind of shit. But with him, it's just like, meh, you're a fucking nobody. You want to, like, cradle your ego in a weird way where it's like, you be a man and come up on my stage. No, get out of your fucking diapers and go on a neutral stage. He won't do it. And so, like, I'm not gonna... I won't play into his game, mainly because he's, not only do I know his intentions, but it's in a way it's actually helping him, and I'm not willing to help him. I think he's a piece of shit. Like, I do not like him. I've made that abundantly clear.
Long live Israel. There you go, Pope.
God bless Israel.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering, like, how is this gonna resolve? Because it's just like, you know, or is this just gonna be like just a continuous thing? I'm just.
Well, sure, it could be. Like, when it comes to
it will be.
The reality is, there's no peace. I think he's a piece of shit, and that he's not capable of change. And so, I'll just say this: when it comes to him, hold on a second, my Uber Eats is here. Check.
How do you make a claim that you can't back it up?
Thank you.
I was gonna
Back up
say,
the claim.
Pepe, remember that scene in No Country for Old
An
Men?
ICJ warrant is not an ICJ warrant.
Well, hold on. Okay. Now we're talking about Israel and ICJ, and
I know. I was gonna stay on topic.
well, hold on. But goddamn, now I don't
I'm
remember
not
what I was
losing
gonna
my
say.
mind. I'm just putting you in place.
I was getting my food, but I was trying to continue after
Just
that.
another Hamas whore in the chat.
Okay. Remember the scene in No Country for Old Men where he says that the guy's like a bottle cap or like a piece of lint? That's what JB's like. You know, when he's talking at the gas station attendant guy and then he flips the coin, he lets him go. Yeah, that's what Jay should be.
Well, here's the thing.
Let me ask you a question, Rich. Would you say that to his face?
Yes.
I don't think, to be honest,
Got it.
5'6" and a pimp scumbag fucking freak.
Hey, Adams, I'm gonna be real, bro.
Okay, Adams.
Hey, Adams, I'm gonna be real, bro. I don't think a lot of people would say a lot of this shit.
Exactly, Craig.
I think niggas is just woofing because it's a room where he's not in.
Okay, but I think
say shit when he's not around, bro. I ain't gonna
But
lie.
I would say
I
this.
say it to his face all the time.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, but I've said it to his face. So I know there's a 0% chance he could like hurt me in a fucking confrontation. He's not somebody who's
And he's a predator, so he's a bitch.
Shut up and let me finish. He's not somebody I find remotely intimidating. I would actually find the everyday square, the person who's never been to jail, never been to prison, who will respond in a reasonable way to be far more threatening than him. This person will introduce the authorities when it is warranted. They will use force when it is warranted. There's all kinds of shit with him. He's just like, I just look at him as a Weasley predator, but he's as a predator. I'm somebody who can prey on him if I wanted to. He's not somebody who would really go after me. Like, if I was his next door neighbor, he'd be sucking my dick. Like,
what?
He'd be like, "Oh, you're the greatest." No, I don't mean literally, but I mean, he'd be like, "Yo, he's like the most stand-up guy." Like,
Pepe, you're the smartest person I ever met on Clubhouse.
Exactly.
He's like a coyote, Pepe.
He's somebody who could buy
like squirrels and shit.
Sure.
But then when like a 12-year-old child chases after him, he runs away with his tail between his
Sure,
legs.
but I'm somebody who I think that, like, if he had just bought lunch, I'd be like, "What do you have there in your bag?" "Oh, amazing." And I just ate it in front of him. "Hey, you want to go in Clubhouse?" Yeah, let's go in Clubhouse. And I'd eat it in front of him, and he wouldn't say shit. Like, I actually look at him as one of those people. Now, he may not be I think he would prey on somebody if they thought they were, like, weaker, but he's somebody who will just take it like a little bitch once. When that person is capable of doing it, he respects that in a weird way. He is.
Can you imagine how much...
Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up, Rich! You guys, I'm so derailed now, because I got my Uber Eats, and then, Rich, you had to be a fucking faggot, autist, and go off and say whatever stupid shit. And then we have the super Israeli guy, and he's saying like his random super Israeli shit, and I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about now.
I was just gonna say, how many times do you think he got passed around like a pack of cigarettes in prison?
That didn't help answer my question.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know where we were.
This is. I don't know, man.
I mean, leave it to Rich to visualize his whole gay
kinda...
sexual proclivities.
PTR.
It's crazy. Drive
Okay, you gotta
drive your Uber.
You gotta go. We're not doing that here.
Yo, Craig, what's the name of your house?
Keep banging.
All right.
But I'm just where are the clips? False narrative. For weeks, I said
Over
some
and
shit.
over again. Everybody's got a false narrative.
For the clips, this is so disappointing.
I'm the center of the clips. I'm the clip king. The king of Clubhouse clips. The clip king.
Even NY called it out. She was saying, like, you guys, the Holy Grail will be the clip. I know I didn't say it, so like you're not gonna provide the clip.
Speaking of being clips, I'm surprised you're still here talking, Pepe. Figured you'd be clipped by now.
Yeah, well, who knows? It could happen, but you know, at the end of the day, you know,
I'm sitting here in this room, and you guys are kind of my entertainment for right now. So why would I clip them?
So why?
Along your narrative.
Well, why do you want to clip me when I wouldn't try to like clip you? I'm just curious.
Involved in this room actually invited me. Who gives a shit who invited you, bitch? I'm sending you back to Gaza. Bring the evidence.
Okay.
Every room I see you, I'll leave it.
Well, the goddamn Middle Easterners. Well, guys, keep your tribal. Keep your tribal warfare, on your tribal land.
She's an Arab. They're inbred. What do you expect?
Well, I get it. Still not. I'm not Middle Eastern.
You did say it. The ICJ genocide. That means it's a ruling. So where is the ICJ ruling, bitch? Because I can bring you Joanne Donahue saying that's not it. So shut your Hamas ass up.
Well, I get it.
Because that's Khan Yunis.
No! I get it. I've seen the pictures where you have a rather plump mother holding an emaciated child. And the first question that comes to mind is like, why is this bitch so fat? Or not fat, but plump. And this kid's emaciated. That doesn't make sense.
That's why nobody wants them, Pepe. Jordan doesn't want you, Kuwait doesn't want you, Egypt doesn't want you, Bahrain doesn't want you, Qatar doesn't want you, Saudi doesn't want you, Turkey doesn't want you. You're fucking pieces of shit. Every country you've been in, you've committed terrorism, you fucking terrorist.
But Alpha, I'm a Palestinian. Why are you talking about us this way?
Yeah, are you? Fuck you too.
And I am. Why are you being so mean?
Maybe they pay him to say this way. Pepe, Palestinian, wow. No way. I don't believe it.
I am. Actually, my family's from Gaza.
Where in Gaza? From Khan Yunis?
Not too far from there. We were one of the Catholics. I'm serious.
Oh, one of the Catholics who got wiped out, right? Or Islamized. That's the early 2000s stuff, right?
Love makes us both beautiful. Who chooses?
No, you guys just. Okay, I'm not going there. But anyway.
Master said loveless men cannot need long. They cannot bear fortune long.
Yo, Pepe, on the subject that you were talking about, general problem. Look, anybody can make a claim, right? Anybody can take anybody to court. If you can't prove it, you're gonna lose it. So if you've done nothing wrong, everything's good, man.
I would say it's somewhat similar to holy shit, how do you put it? Okay, so when it comes to Gaza, people say, it's a genocide. Okay, well, I mean, first of all, like, the definition of genocide seems to change according to which side of the event you're on. And
you're gonna have to trust me.
Okay, so for example, you see like a picture.
That's probably not a smart idea.
One of the hard times I have with a lot of the pro-Palestinians is they'll say like, look at this video. Like, how is that not a genocide? And so like there's something that's like emotionally like will tug on your heartstrings, and you're like, this is genocide. Is it really? No, it's not really. That's just like a very ugly, evil. No, I wouldn't say evil. It's just like a very ugly reality that happens in war, and so because of this, because you show me a sad video, I have to agree that there's a genocide happening, which is completely illogical. And look, I've had enough. There's maybe been one or two people that are pro-Palestine that I've talked to that I think are reasonable. Like, seriously, I would say over 99% of the people that are pro-Palestine, you guys are super unreasonable. And I'll also say this. I also think a substantial proportion of the Zionists or pro-Israel people I've talked to are also unreasonable. Of course, both parties have like a vested interest in their side winning. But I can't help when it comes to the pro-Palestine
If you're a small
side.
content creator, use this sound to gain at least 100
I
new
would say
subscribers.
they lie
try it
far
yourself.
more, and their narratives are not only
If
a
you're a
lot
small
less
content
accurate,
creator,
but just
use this sound to gain
they're just like patently false.
So it's false that 70% of the people dead are women and children?
But we don't have the accurate numbers.
Okay, I just posted BBC.com.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is that even people that are pro-Israel or pro-Hamas, they, at least the smart ones, they recognize that those don't reflect. There's no way to verify those are the
Can I ask a question?
accurate numbers. And then when it comes to sure, right after me. But then even when it comes to children, I think a lot of people don't realize this, but and I hate even having to make this argument because I don't want to give these people any kind of legitimacy. But in the Middle East in particular, children are often combatants, like, in other words, 16, 15, and 17-year-olds.
What about 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds?
Nobody makes that claim. Go ahead, Adams.
Got it. Thank you, Pepe. So, Othello, why does your black ass actually care about any of these issues? You should be more worried about black women, okay, aborting fetuses in the womb. Why don't you talk about the death rate of black American children in America? So again, and you're not worried about it because again, you're not in a position to procreate, right? So shut your dumb ass incel black ass up and mind your fucking business and stop worrying about Israel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, as much as my checkbook can afford. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, broke blackie. Broke blackie. Broke blackie. Thank you. Thank you. You're poor. You're broke. Blame Jews. Get off of social media and go get a job. Go get a job. Shouldn't you be driving an Uber? Shouldn't you be driving an Uber? Shouldn't you be driving a... Wait, allegations? I thought... Wait a minute. 1 minute I'm gay, the next minute I have allegations. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Again, have fun in court. Sarah's not going to say shit because Sarah wants to keep her fucking job. So again, Sarah's going to continue to shut the fuck up. Sarah's going to continue.
He's trying to silence her. He's trying to silence
Sarah's
his victim.
shutting up because Othello's a piece of...
That's how this goes. That's how this goes. That's how this goes. That's how this goes. So again, I'm gay 1 minute, the next minute I'm sexually harassing women. Isn't this rich? Like, this is crazy. Where is Rich? Where is Rich, by the way? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Why would she lose her job? Why would she lose her job? Right.
What do you mean doxing?
What do you mean? What do we mean?
Conversation with somebody at the dinner table is doxing?
But you said she... Wait a minute,
We don't know why I'm sitting at my dinner table. Thank you. So again, keep running your...
Adams, how would she lose her job?
Threatening to dox her. Wow.
Be quiet now, lady.
Mind your... Because I was muted. Mind your business, Mom.
Okay, I muted it. No, I am minding my business. Maybe if you would mind your own business, you wouldn't be having this conversation in this room.
Let me tell you something. You postmenopausal dusty bitch. Okay?
Okay,
was Amber Rose mad? Was Amber Rose mad?
What about Amber Rose?
Was Amber Rose mad?
Oh, is that the best you can do?
you the fuck out.
No, she didn't call me out.
Yeah, she
for
definitely
shit.
called
She
you the fuck
lied.
out.
I can
Again,
call the bitch right
thank
now
you.
if I wanted to.
Thank
Could
you. Thank you.
Could you?
Thank you.
You in here
God
defending a
bless
grown man.
Amber
What do you want to
Rose.
suck his dick? Just
God
tell
bless
him.
Amber Rose.
Just tell him that.
God bless
Why
Amber
you in here
Rose.
doing all that?
I would definitely.
Hold on, guys. In his defense, he did tell me that he wanted to suck my dick. He said, Nick's making me so horny right now.
Thank you.
Actually, I wasn't referring to you. I was referring
You had a whole celebrity call you out for being a
No, she didn't
catfish.
call me out.
You had a whole celebrity call you out for being a catfish, bitch.
And watch your mouth. People on this fucking app, you fucking idiot. How could I be a catfish?
Watch your fucking mouth, bitch.
How the fuck could I be a catfish? Well, I've met too many
And none of them have married you, you single fucking middle-aged bitch. So again,
I've been married,
thank you.
but you can't figure out if you want that woman or a woman. Then you give it all kinds of stuff to the trans women, bitch. You can't figure out what the fuck you wanna be, bitch.
Got you nowhere. Got you nowhere. You're sitting up on social
Okay, and I
media.
got you mad because
posting groans from 40 and 20-year-olds
you
because
were
you're a
mad as
dumbass
fuck.
bitch. Why are you not on the Housewives?
You're a liar.
Why are you
and
not
a
on the
hypocrite.
Housewives, Mom?
Why are you
I'm
not
looking
on
for
the
this.
Housewives?
This is what it's like when two of your enemies clash. All you do is sit back and record. Boom, boom, boom. It's like watching Rams just go bang, bang, bang.
You are
I've got kids. I've been married. Who's going to marry you?
run through.
Who's
Thank
going
you.
to marry you? You
Thank
can't
you.
figure
You're
out
run
if you
through.
want
Don't worry about
men
who
or
I'm gonna
women.
marry.
I'm not
Don't
worried about
worry
it. You
about who I'm
should
gonna
be
marry,
worried about
man.
it. You
That might
should
be the
worried
person
about it.
who's
You
selecting your
bitch.
next part.
You
Thank
big
you.
bitch. Nobody's thinking about you at all. You're in here lying, talking all kinds of shit.
Keep muting me, bitch. You
Shut
weak
the
ass
fuck
bitch.
up.
Catfish.
You're weak.
Catfish.
And you're clout chasing.
Catfish.
Enough. Everybody after all
A whole
these
celebrity
years.
called you out for
Oh,
being
after all these years, you're still a nothing. No wonder you're cool with JB. You're both one and the same, right? Fuck you, bitch.
you no talent having ass
He's
bitch.
clout chasing, and so are you, but you're still a nobody on here.
Well, Adams, I'm just
This
curious.
is some good roasting.
You know what Mon looks like? She is gorgeous. She's been, she was obviously a model. She.
Oh, not
I've
according
met
to Amber
facts,
Rose.
Piff, do not
according to Amber Rose.
probably has something against women that are older than her. Considering the fact they keep taking her men.
Let's ping her in the room, Mon.
Right?
Mon, let's ping her in the room. Let's ping her in the room, Mon.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up, you dumb groupie ass bitch.
You're the groupie.
Who's the groupie?
Who's
the
going
groupie?
around this app, you're
Who's the
secretary.
groupie?
Is that what you
Who's
are?
the groupie? Listen, you're a gig worker, Mon. You're a gig worker. You don't have a full-time job.
You're a secretary.
You are a gig worker. You don't have a full-time
You're a
job.
secretary.
You dumb, broken ass
You're a
bitch.
secretary.
Right, exactly. Go
You're
clean your kitchen.
everybody's secretary.
Amber said your
Actually,
kitchen is dirty.
she wasn't even over at my house.
She was
when Denai came over. He's
your
wait a
kitchen
minute.
is dirty.
We talked about this.
Your
house.
kitchen
What the
is
fuck was she
dirty.
talking about?
Just like your dirty ass
Amber
yellow
never
teeth,
said
bitch.
that, but I
So
know
again,
that's all you
keep
got
running your
going on
mouth.
because
You're a
you're
catfish.
weak and whack.
You're a middle-aged woman trying to live out your
and
youth.
you're whack. You're weak and you're whack.
I'm just curious.
What
though.
a weak bitch.
I'm just curious though, Adams, is that like Mon and I and White because we were like the.
Well, wait, you see, these people don't realize I've met Vax. He never came back to this app and said anything about me other than me being beautiful. Did not say.
You did say he wanted to fuck you, and I got mad at him.
So they don't realize that I've met people off this fucking app. They never came back with any of that shit. So fuck Amber. Like I said, maybe she has something against women that are older than her, considering the fact that they keep taking all of her men.
I mean, isn't Cher like 80 years old?
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe she's.
I mean, Cher took her man, and he's how old? Like in his 30s.
And I'm friend Adams, but you know when JB was talking shit about me in the other room.
Guys.
Be quiet, man. No.
Sorry, fuck you, sorry. Free palace.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay.
Dumb Arab, shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Like, Adams, did you defend me in that room? Because you and I have been cool for years, although you do have a tendency to just flip on people. Why? Just because.
That's what he did, and that's what Adams did, and that's why he's so upset.
I know.
That's why
I've
he's
been
so
through
upset.
a few times. That's why I kept telling you, Pepe, don't mod this motherfucker up in this room.
And you told me.
Okay, that's another hour. I mean, how many hours is this going to go? This is
What's funny
unbelievable.
is that you, Michelle King, and we can talk about like a bunch of people in this clubhouse that were saying basically like, no, dude, JB is a piece of shit. Like, do not believe him. But it's like, well, I'm not a judge for myself. I judge for myself, and you know, I realized I gave this piece of shit like way too much wiggle room. And it, like with him, and the same thing happened with Brad and KK. They actually befriended him and stuck up for him for a portion of time, and where they were like, okay, well, we hear the rumors, like we'll just get to know him, you know, for ourselves. But he wears out his welcome. That's just like that's his nature. Like he can't control himself. And
it's the projection show. I've got to create
I just think it's funny.
a
like,
clubhouse name
fun
called
of
Projection, and every time somebody
Adams
projects, we
wasn't,
hit the
but, I
bell.
mean-
That's the way to do this show.
Really? I mean, she's and Adams. You know, the black people in this app, by and large, all regard her as being like beautiful. Like I think she's extremely attractive, and you're just like.
Now he's pulling a Roger in the
And
same
she's
way
the
that he
one
talks
person,
to
the only
Monica.
person on this app that actually knows who I am in real life. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, and you just like. I don't know. It's just. She's somebody who is so kind to you. And why are you shitting on her when now that you have this piece of shit JB that's like, for whatever reason, you want to think he's like a good guy.
I prefer one of those.
Superstitious. Oscar, are you here because of the fire? Anything we should be worried about?
No.
Revise them about the perimeter.
But I would just say to them, show the proof where I doxed anybody by sharing family members' names, where they work, addresses, social security numbers. You can't do it.
Too close. Can't get over the fire.
So I like really, they've been running with this fake content for a few weeks, and the result of it was that JB ended up losing his space in healthy debates. So now he can get a room with like a few people. Now look at him. I have a new account. But we can look at my rooms, I get, more people, and of course you'll say, like, oh, that's not important. It is important to him, because he's a narcissistic piece of shit. Which is the only reason why I try to, like, drive that point home to him. You didn't win, dude. Like, you're a worthless piece of fucking shit. We all know it. And he never addresses this part in his room, so I'll just drive it home again. You are somebody that nobody's brother, father, son ever wants to see be with a female family member. You are just like the biggest piece of fucking shit in the world. absolute piece of fucking shit.
What does he get off to?
I mean, I'm not going to go to where I want to go, but I would not be able to live with myself if I was you. That's all I'm going to say. You were beyond fucking worthless. You were a net drain. You're a predator. You're an absolute piece of fucking human filth.
I'll personally supervise the test.
You don't address anything I say in my rooms. You just double down on your stupid narratives, and you have these low IQ people that basically just follow along, and that's fine. But I will just say to you people that follow along, is it any like real surprise why even the large black creators on this fucking app, when they would go on to other platforms, I don't know where I left off at.
We left. I think we lost you there.
Where did I leave off at?
Human, filthy scum, something like that.
So we re-got him. So.
Yeah, what I would say is this, is that, like wherever I went on this app, when you still had large rooms, they'd be like, oh, there's Pepe, bring up Pepe. When I go into other platforms, they'd like bring me up, this horrible, evil racist. I guess kind of like the point trying to... Sorry, I have my phone case off, so I keep on hitting buttons, but...
Okay, the point that you fuck cousins too? That's what I read in the chat. Is it true?
Alright, stop.
You like to contaminate the gene pool?
Jesus Christ! Why is... Dude, this is not an Israel
policy.
Oh, it's very funny. Stop fucking up the gene pool.
Okay, amazing. Jesus Christ, I lost my train of thought now. I was like cleaning some shit on my refrigerator.
Bro, who cleans the refrigerator and talks at the same time?
Can someone take the trash out? What is Othello doing here still?
There's 12 anonymous.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Hold on a second.
Do these Muslim trashes pay you, Pepe, for having this site?
Professor,
what, Muslims? I don't have Muslim site. My point has been clear for... okay, so people say like, oh, you're chummy with Mikhail and whatever. Okay, I think Mikhail and even Prince, when you're not having religious conversations or conversations regarding immigration, they're okay people. But my first experience with both of them was before October 7th, and I was very blunt when I said that I want zero immigration of Muslims into the West. Period. Now, Mikhail had told me, like, well, in response, he said, I'm of French descent, and he said, well, I think France should have a caliphate. And it's like, oh, amazing. Obviously, much different beliefs than myself. I did. When have Muslims ever considered me to be like on their side? There's not a Muslim on this app who's going to say that, like, I don't think they belong, that they should not be basically deported and not come into the United States or any area in the West. And, it's not, okay, like I have my, pretty strong criticism of Israel, but I'm not, it's not someone like on the
Pepe,
Muslim side.
There's a difference between criticizing Netanyahu for whatever policy his people. For example, we have a dumb bitch, a propagandist bitch, saying why is there protests, right? Why are there protests in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem? Of course there are. They're saying you need to bring the hostages home. defeat Hamas as soon as possible. They're not telling Netanyahu to stop the war. They're not telling him to stop the war and let Hamas become another genocidal attack against them. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I think what ends
There's
up
a difference
happening.
between you criticizing your government, right, and calling for the destruction of a state. Bro, don't get it twisted.
So
nobody's buying what you're shoveling. Nobody.
Pepe, the Muslims, I think what they do is they hear you being critical on the state of Israel and also the United States funding Israel in their campaign and stuff like that. And they hear you being critical and they're like, yeah, Allahu Akbar, he's on our side. And I'm like, hey, Pepe, I'm like, which one would you choose, the Muslims or the Jews? And you're like, oh yeah, the Jews, fuck the Muslims.
No, I mean, if I had to choose 10 times over, like, which group of people do I find a much better fit in the West and least threatening if the Jews? I mean,
Hey, do I have to show your high school
I don't know. I know maybe some of you pro-Palestine people will take offense to that.
I have a question for clarification. If you had Thanos' gauntlet and you could get rid of one of the two people, which one would you snap your fingers to get rid of? The Jews or the Muslims?
Whole kidding aside, you understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah, of course. Hey, you don't have to explain business to me. I'm gonna let you sleep one day, then you're gonna get the fuck up and you're gonna go get my
No, I'm talking about Thanos' gauntlet.
No problem. Wanna go for schwitz? If it's the one day you don't give me every penny.
If you could ask God to eliminate one of the two groups, which one would you get rid of? The Jews?
Eliminate Islam. The religion of pedophilia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Judaism or Islam? Which one would you get rid of?
Islam. The religion of Muhammad, the pedo.
Hold on, guys. Can you both shut the fuck up? And I'm not trying to be rude to you, Alpha, but I am Othello. But
our government back, APAC.
Pepe, which one would you get rid of and snap your fingers with the gauntlet? In the Infinity Stones.
Royal. Anywhere I see you, until you bring that evidence for that claim, you're gonna keep on getting.
Yeah, but Royal's a little hoary. Just ignore her.
Because we have these blue-eyed, stupid, dumb, blonde bitches, no disrespect to blondes, we have these stupid, blue-eyed, blonde bitches sucking off Hamas, thinking they're doing the world a favor. No, you're not. We're going to destroy Hamas. We're going to send their pictures to your TV screens, right? And we're going to tell you and your ilk to go fuck themselves and keep crying on the streets of New York, bitch. And don't forget to suck that good thing behind the bodega in Brooklyn.
Since Pepe's busy eating his Uber Eats right now and cleaning
No,
his
he's
stuff.
not answering because.
Alright, Sarah, because he's busy cleaning his refrigerator, I will answer for him because. Oh, Matt.
Thank God. Oh, that wasn't me.
They pay him though.
Oh, it's Pepe.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, no, we can't hear you.
Stop it. Yeah, you're back.
I can hear the refrigerator.
Now we can hear you.
Okay, amazing. Look, I look at it like this. I don't think there's a natural alliance with Christians and Jews. We're different religions. Both sides have been antagonistic to each other, and Christian majority, the countries where Christians were in the majority, I guess you could say, don't have the best track record of treating them well. Muslims don't have the best track record of treating them or any other group well.
But Thanos has got one.
Sure, okay, sure. I find Jews as less threatening, but I don't look at. Kind of the problem with diversity is that when you get different religion and race and ethnicity are like the biggest fault lines, do I think we are necessarily? How can I say Jews are somehow closer to Christians when Christians, with their different denominations, were incredibly bigoted towards each other? They fought with each other. They attempted to genocide each other. Oh, there's Jews, like a whole different fucking religion. Like, amazing. Are we natural allies with them? Like, not really. It's not how I see it. Do I think they're closer to us than Muslims? Yes.
So you'd say like Jews are annoying, but Muslims are murderous demons.
Hey, babe.
No,
If you can
not
say
all
one
of them.
thing that'll make me mad, I'll give you this $1,000.
Huh?
I said, if you can say one thing that'll
No,
make me
I would
mad,
just say,
I'll
like-
give you all this $1,000.
Okay, where do you?
Say one thing that will
Okay,
make
so
me mad, and I'll give
it
you
also depends on
$1,000.
like which fucking Jews, like
Are you
Jews
listening to me?
that were part of the diaspora in Europe, were they far more like European Christians in comparison to Muslims, which are mainly non-European? Yeah, obviously. But I don't know, like how. When you have a completely different religion, you have to understand Christians killed each other over the differences in their religions. How similar are we to Jews? I guess I would just say, do I think Jewish? I'll just put a headshot on it. Ashkenazi Jews and some of the Sephardic Jews are more similar to Europeans in comparison to Muslims, like large. Yes.
I guess it's like which one is actively stating that they want to kill the Jews?
Oi, you're in my country now, English. Sorry, I don't understand you. This is England. Islamistan, English. Can't be
Sure,
talking about anything.
I don't
It's
really
dangerous. You're meant to be here, are you?
Right.
But
I'm not
I've
going
already said I
anywhere.
don't
We're not
find.
moving until you do.
I find Jews to be less of a threat to.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
How do I put it?
Too much to ask.
Sound weird, but
Thank you.
I trust a.
Go on then.
When I get home, I am going to plunge my face between your perfect breasts.
Trust a Brady Jew.
I would trust a Jew, whether they're despite whatever part of the world they come from, I would trust them more than a Bosnian Muslim or an Albanian Muslim. I do think that, once again, the major fault lines, race, ethnicity, religion, I do think their religion is very, causes a lot of fucking problems. I do think that Muslims as a whole are far more problematic than Jews and Christians. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I'm not trying to.
We get thrown off the plane. We blow what?
I'm trying to like
All because Brown has a bad
church up Islam or whatever. I don't know why the fuck I'm having this debate, to be honest.
So you were talking about
Yes, the Israeli lobby and our government, I think, is absolute bullshit. So like when it comes to here's the difference. Okay, like APAC is out in the open. We can see who all of the funders are. They're basically playing the fucking game legally. Do I think they should be registered as a foreign agent? Yeah, absolutely. Now, when it comes to
It's 5 years of my life.
the Muslims, we can look at Qatar and a lot of them. They do things like very shady and on the back end to try to influence America.
The thing is this: nobody talks about the Arab lobby across Europe. Nobody talks about the Saudi lobby, the Qatari lobby, the Turkish. Did you know in the past 10 years, the Saudis and the Qatari lobby, right, in the United States, have spent almost 5 times over the limit of what Israel and AIPAC has spent. So these guys are picking on Israel because of their one thing, anti-Semites. That's what it is. Otherwise, if they were really honest movers of truth, they would actually call out all these other lobby groups. Israel, the AIPAC, is not lobbying institutions, right, that is trying to transport it or transfer an ideology to the country or import ideology into the country.
You would ask the question on Somebody had asked the question for clarification.
Right,
You said you don't know why you were having
all these cockroaches.
Okay, but I would say this. I do think that, like, Israel tries to co-opt the American identity. Is that like, somehow being Israeli first is the same as being America first. And this is not something new. Richard Nixon would talk about this. I personally, I don't look at it in quite the same way. And I do despise a lot of them for trying to do that. Now, I do understand that when it comes to another group of people who I think are absolutely not our allies, Qatar and the Gulf Arab states that will fund universities and promote organizations in the United States, such as what the fuck is that? The Muslim organization, which is like tied to the Muslim. Well, no, there's one that's tied to the Muslim Brotherhood. CARE, yes. And they're absolutely outlawed in the Gulf Arab states for a fucking reason. And I don't. What I do see is them trying to. I look at these Muslims as people that are not only trying to influence us to take their side, but these are also people that are inherently anti-Western and are willing to go to war with us and subjugate us by any means necessary to fit their religious and ideological agenda. I do think that the Muslims are much more dangerous to the West than Jews are. I think you get a lot of these low IQ people who just like blame Jews for every fucking thing that goes wrong.
Look at this. The Taiwanese have had protests in America, in Australia, and across Europe. The Chinese have had protests across America and Australia and Europe. But none of them ever, not the Chinese, not the Taiwanese, not the Vietnamese, not anybody else, not the Kurds, not the Armenians. Hold on. None of them during their protests have ever burned the flag of the country in which they live. Right? Let me give you an example. When the Kurds were protesting across Europe, right, against Turkey, they were protesting in Germany, they were protesting in Britain, they were protesting in Norway. But while they were protesting in those very same countries, they never burned the flags of those countries, despite their relations with Turkey.
No, but I get what you're saying. I get
Western.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do think that inherently the pro-Palestinian side is far more anti-Western.
Yes.
I would say that even what you see in the United States is that, and I've heard the reaction, particularly amongst the veterans here in the United States, where you get the pro-Palestine marches and they will replace the American flag with the Palestinian flag, and then they'll even desecrate our flag. I don't really see the pro-Israeli side doing that very much. I do think that the pro-Palestine movement is inherently anti-Western. Understanding.
Listen.
What about proud to be a Iroquois?
Look,
where you're like, oh, if someone said proud to be German.
Listen. I have the same issues with those. My issue is that a lot of time minorities proud to be Iroquois, proud to be this, proud to be whatever. Those are socially acceptable. They're not.
Okay, we're shutting it all down. That's enough Pepe. Everything else, total waste of time. But here we are. That's the end of the show, ladies and gents.